Hello, we're live. We're live. Gamescom opening night live, official 2025 live stream. It's been a hot minute since we streamed last time. How we doing, chat? Hello, Johnny Manonic, Bloodborne. Like I said, Bloodborne. This is a really stacked lineup, and I don't think anybody here would agree to appear only for their announcement to be buried by the fact that Bloodborne is getting an announcement. But that's the exact reason to... that's all the more reason to believe Bloodborne will be here, because you'd never suspect it. Hello, Bradley. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Hilko. Bloodborne remake by Bluepoint. Oh, no. No, why you make funny? why you gotta be like that, huh? So, out of these games, probably most looking forwards to seeing more from Resident Evil Requiem. Fallout, I imagine, is only going to be the TV show. Just like, oh, we're having a lot of fun on set, and we're just filming it. If anything, maybe like Fallout 76 gets some content, but not really that interested. I really want to see how they ruin it. No, don't say that. Haha, don't. It's a beautiful cosmos. Why would you say that? Why would you throw that in there? Looking forward to Ghost of Yotei in October. Yeah. I've actually heard some of my mutuals in real life, aka my friends, they were really hot on Ghosts of Tsushima, and they're actually pretty excited for this one. Not for me, but I've grown too old to be cynical and snarky and an asshole about people's tastes. It's fine. I don't have to like everything. Bloodborne for sure. And actually, Yotai, I'm so out of the loop on this. Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima, I believe, is an island. Yotai, I believe, is like a mountain region. Is that correct? Could be interesting. Hey, sir. Good to see you. Only Outer Worlds 2 interests me slightly. Yeah, I got like 3 hours into a Let's Play of the Outer Worlds 1, and it wasn't clicking for me, but I wonder if I'd probably have had more fun if I'd actually played it myself. Let's Plays are not always indicative of quality, but to me that seemed like a game that I wouldn't super enjoy myself, but could enjoy a Let's Play of. But maybe it's the other way around. In reality, I believe. What's World of Warcraft? Yeah, World of Warcraft Midnight. I don't know what that's about. But hey, everyone watching, this is like my new shtick moving forwards with the channel, so please bear with me. Everybody has to scroll down and click the description. And once you've clicked into the description, you can wishlist my game. You don't need to buy it. It's just one click. Add to your wish list. It's just so that I'm farming algorithmic engagement on Steam, because it has like brackets, and I think once you hit 1,000 wish lists, the algo starts auto recommending the game to other people, and I think there's another one at like 3,000 or 4,000. So if everybody could just quickly scroll down, there's a link to wishlist my game. It should be the top thing in the description. I'd be really appreciative of that. If you don't want to do it, obviously that's fine. I'm not gonna ban you from watching the opening live Gamescom stream, but I'm gonna have a shitty attitude about it. No. And yes, thanks everybody who already has. I think I got like 100 more wish lists since I posted about it yesterday, so that was really nice to see. Nice to wake up to. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Anyways, I believe this is the exact same image they used for last time's Gamescom. So, to show you what I mean by that... what the hell? What the hell? YouTube dot... the streaming folder... Gamescom. Yeah, see, this was the thumbnail we used last time around. He's not so slick, this Jeff Keighley. He's aging poorly, and he's hiding behind old images of himself. Not slick, not slick. What is this horrible flickering that's going on here? Is everything okay? Oh yeah. Stream hasn't started yet. It's a minute late, gang. Jeff Keighley's not showing up. Just wishlisted it now. Thank you. Thank you. Had it wishlisted from the get-go. Thank you, Dynamatrix. I knew I could rely on you. But yeah, if everyone, while we're waiting, you know, you don't have anything better to do, just might as well wishlist the game. Also, I've been thinking about doing like fun streams, maybe every Friday or every week, just trying to do something. I have a series worked out now. It's a guest series, just like a discussion where we're going to be talking about the FromSoft level design. And I have some modders and some level designers. Some big names in the FromSoft community have already agreed, and we've already started recording some of those. So that'll be releasing soon. I finished editing the Chris Crawford conversation. And I recorded that like 2-3 months ago. I haven't released it yet. I've been so busy. Man, it looks like the Gamescom just isn't gonna happen, huh? What's going on here? Can't wait to play Resident Evil. This guy's he's just flag posting. Start already. I wonder if this is the Game Award channel specifically, or if this is just the feed from Gamescom entirely. Just gonna do a real quick check on that. Everybody wishlist my game in the meantime. Yes, interesting. But I also think maybe the Game Awards are Gamescom. Oh well. It'll start whenever it starts. I was going to ask about the Chris Crawford interview. Excited to see the exchange. Oh yeah, it was a fun time, and I'd like to record more with him. I need to finish La Mort du Artour. I only got a bit into it, so I'd like to pick his brains about that even more. And we agreed to do some follow-up because he had some projects in the pipeline he wanted to show me. So I was excited to see that Chris Crawford. Yes, the founder of GDC, Chris Crawford. He fell down the stairs on his Muppets. That just clicked with me. Where have I been? I've been programming. I've been deep in the minds of Snails Have Skeletons. I'm finally just finishing the game. I was gonna finish the game and then do the Silent Hill 4 commentary, but I decided that I wanted to clear my schedule completely, so I finished the Silent Hill 4 commentary, finished the From Software Themes series, and then I'm just like, well, however long it takes, maybe a few more months, maybe I won't be doing really heavily scripted, edited videos for the rest of the year, but that's fine. I just want to finish my game, and then be back to regular scheduled programming, starting with the Elden Ring commentary, and then the Silent Hill 1 commentary down the track. Isn't it only starting in an hour? No, it says that it's waiting for the Game Awards. If it's starting in an hour, I'm gonna be furious. Last meeting of the day finished? That's great. Hello, Yeshua. You can wait here on the flickering screen of Gamescom opening night live with the rest of us. I often think of Chris when I watch these shows. Yeah, he definitely had a different vision for this industry. You should bikini stream on Twitch. I don't have a good chest. And also, in my old age, this is deeply embarrassing, but I'll share it with you, chat, because all of you wishlisted my game. I will share this with you. In my old age, I've begun to get some hair on my chest. Phone ringing. That's annoying. So, if I got into like bikini streaming, now, it would be terrible. It would just like it had so much management. There was a time when I was a younger man when I could have just swooped in and done that real easy. Can't do that anymore. Saltur Merklibi, gaman að hafa þig. Alltaf gaman að hafa einn af okkur hérna.
Nú Ólís komið í app. Öll þín viðskipti og fríðindi á einum stað. Í símanum þínum. Ólís. Vinir við veginn.
You guys enjoying Icelandic ads? It's just some sort of cinema ad. Also tell me if
Námsmenn fá besta dílinn. Plus bíópassa. Skólan
I think I know this guy, IRL. I think he was a friend of my cousin's. I used to bully him. But also, yeah, tell me if shows. Okay. They always do this. They always schedule the live streams so poorly, but it's alright. We'll kill time together, that's fine. Chest is chest. Pre-show starts in 25 on the Gamescom stream. Damn. Way too loud? Yeah, I figured that would be the case. Útsendingin okkar núna. Yeah, it's ours. But yeah, that's fine. I have some other stuff we could watch in the meantime.
Fjölskylduhátíð. Við erum klár á menningarnótt. Ég örugg.
But I don't know what. I was thinking we could maybe watch just like... What is there here? Do we want to watch this guy have his crazy reaction? Reveal at CCST. World's Strongest Man versus Karate Master. That must be insane. That must be crazy. Triple H versus Batista. Damn, dude. Actually, you know, since we were talking Chris Crawford, we might as well check out if there's some new GDC videos worth looking at, just for like a little bit, just a little bit. Also, I think I said GDQ earlier. I meant GDC. Let's see here. Art-led design in Darkest Dungeon 2? No. Uncommon design techniques? No. 5 major designer tricks? No. Rendering Assassin's Creed Shadows? Not super interesting. Making the Warcraft universe? The Art of Cocoon? Adapting comics? This is GDC. Removing loot boxes. That's always really cool. Building your dev career. Becoming a manager. Advice from artists. Loud and clear. I feel like they used to be better at this. I feel like we've sort of scraped the bottom of the barrel of viable topics here. Shows how deep the devs thought about. Your Silent Hill 4 analysis has been so nostalgic. Did you ever watch Reinstall Paul's series about the mystic symbolisms of Silent Hill? I did not. Silent Hill is one of those series where I don't really watch anybody else's takes on it. I suppose I'm really burnt by how I'm still burnt from like 2010 era Silent Hill analyses. I imagine they're all a lot better now. I haven't opened YouTube in a while. Super chats now give experience. Yeah, I think a lot of different chats give kinds of experience. Like if you're number 1 or something. I don't know. I don't know what you do with those experience. Maybe you get like better. Maybe you get better content from me. Dragon's Dogma 2 DLC, bros. This is our time, for real, for real. I know what we can do. Did you guys see this?
Menningarnótt fjölskylduhátíð. Við erum klár á menningarnótt.
Menningarnótt fyrir öll. Nema ekki fyrir börn og...
This is an old show. It's a classic.
Comic-Con is the perfect place to find your geek soulmate.
This is Iggy Pie. She likes to party.
Oh my god, are you a brony?
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh my god!
The girls that I really do like just want to be
Also,
friends.
tell me if the audio is
I'm kind of like nervous
no
sitting
good.
around you right now. What comics are you reading?
The premise of this show is that it's just like geeks at Comic-Con and they're finding love with other geeks in this speed dating show. Stop it, please, the cringe. No, this is fine. We will watch this.
Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to our universe.
I was looking away for 20 seconds. I got the mentally flashbang by, oh my god, you a brony? That's Thor. And also, this is from like 12 years ago. This is back when like being a nerd wasn't a terrible thing anyway. Like 20 years ago, being a nerd, worst thing in the world. Then it became okay, and now it's the worst thing in the world again. So these guys thought they were safe. They didn't realize the culture was going to turn on them again.
I think it's really important for geeks and nerds to be able to find
That was
love.
the pink Joker there.
Just like it's important for everybody else. Geeks are sexy because they're just
What
sexy.
mindset should we go in to your game before we play it? Ooh. So if you're talking about the final game, if you're talking about the demo that you can play right now, go in with a mindset that it's still clunky in some ways, like the moving from one action to another, like going from grappling to combat, and like it's still not super polished, and also that gamepad incorporation might not work. It works sometimes, but some people have commented and told me that it isn't connecting. If you mean the final game, ideally it should feel like a mixture of Silent Hill, Kingsfield, Bloodborne, A Link to the Past, and Naoki Urasawa.
So I can say it because they can put a lot of imagination into the bedroom.
Yeah, nerds, that's what she was talking about. Nerds can bring a lot of imagination to the bedroom game.
Everybody else. Geeks are sexy because they're just sexy.
This is 18 and over, so I can say it because they can put a lot of imagination into the bedroom.
3, 2, 1, on to the next date.
Sci-fi speed dating at Comic-Con is the perfect place to find your geek soulmate.
Over 18?
I'm 13.
You're 13?
Yes.
Inches?
No.
Around?
Maybe around, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking for guys or girls?
Oh, girls, definitely.
Are you gonna sell your IP to Miyazaki?
I'm Alex. I am 25. and
No. I'm gonna own it forever. Unless somebody comes to me and is like, I'll give you $1 million, at which point, fine, I'll sell it.
giant geek.
I'll take $1 million, whatever.
All the art I usually get at Comic-Con, it's all up on the walls here.
I think this guy-
Comic-Con, I usually
I think this guy was really obsessed with like redheads. I think that was his
get a lot of art. My love life status is a mix of forever alone and socially awkward penguin. It's meme-tastic. You know, characters that I love, you know, Rose Red from
Chat,
Fables,
how is our love
because
life?
She's a redhead. I love redheads. Big fan of them. One of my favorites is this piece here, just all redheads. I'm a
That is a pretty
Renaissance
cool
geek. I like
piece.
comics. I like board games. I love.
Hey guys, I
Doctor Who.
joined. What am I subjected to?
I'm also
This is
Brian.
Geek Love. It's Gamescom, so I
Brony is
figured
someone who watches My
we'd
Little
watch
Pony.
a couple of episodes
Okay,
of
this
Geek
is,
Love while we're getting
Pie.
ready.
She likes to party. So this is Applejack here.
Applejack.
She owns a farm in the show.
She's the
and,
cowboy one.
I like her. She's sort of the no-nonsense, hardworking one.
Menningarnótt fjölskylduhátíð. Við erum klár á menningarnótt. Ég öruggari ef mamma og pabbi vita hvar ég
Icelandic
Every Thursday, I go to
advertisements.
board game night in Brooklyn.
Board games, ho!
You're gonna
Why is
see
Fallout
that you
on the
have a
Gamescom
certain amount of
poster?
quarters
Because
and
there's probably some
require.
updates on the
So
TV
take
show.
those out.
My favorite thing about board games is how it can bring people together.
What kind of girl do you want to meet when you go to con? Like, I mean, there's many types of nerds. So
yeah.
what type of nerd would you like? No, seriously though. Like, what type of girl would you optimally like to meet there?
Yeah, I guess you, but not crazy and hyper.
Oh yeah, this is like a really cringe exchange that's about to happen, chat.
Girl, would you optimally like to meet there?
Yeah, I guess you, but not crazy and hyper.
So you essentially want my non-evil twin.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
A little creepy, Alex.
Some of my challenges with girls are just the girls that I really do
He's so clearly like, he like clearly crushes on this girl, but doesn't have the nuts to say it.
Friends.
TV shows at
are you gonna
the
ask?
Gamescom. What has the world come to? That's
Oh
true.
my God, are you a brony?
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh my God. You know that's up there with MMOers, right?
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
I'm referencing.
So, okay, I'm gonna pretend I'm sitting here and I'm cosplaying as Neil Gaiman's Death, okay? So you would come up to me.
Some of my challenges with girls are just talking to some of them. Hi.
Also, why does he have that? That's such a bad beard. Like, it's like, in general, it's a bad beard, but also like, I don't know.
My name's Alex.
I'm Carolyn.
Nice to meet you, Carolyn.
Nice to meet you too.
Star Wars Genesis is a Starfield total conversion.
I do. I like him a lot. I really like all
Really?
his comics. What kind of comics do you like?
I'm a big fan of comics. What else are you into?
How far along are they
ponies.
with Star Wars Genesis? Is it like a
Cool. I
finished
like
mod,
Marvel
or
too.
is it playable?
That'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
Hopefully, I meet someone
This
there
is not
that I
aged
really
well.
do like.
Neil
that I'm
Gaiman,
interested in.
yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it's not some half-hearted thing.
They didn't
that's
know.
like, oh no, actually, I do like her. Hopefully she likes me too. Because then it's just, there's no point. You don't want to, that's called stalking then. Don't do it.
I want them to do like a revisit of all of these people. Like, where are they now?
You do it.
Is he still watching My Little Pony?
What's great about Geek Love is you could be yourself.
Yo, send them. I think it's really important for geeks and nerds to be able to find love.
You can
just
play
like
it
it's
now
important for
instead of
everybody
subjecting
else.
us to this.
Nobody really
No,
wants
I
to
think
be
this is
alone.
good. This
Here
is
come
good
the
though. We
potential
don't
men.
even need to watch
What I
Gamescom.
hope
This is
comes
pretty
out of this
alright.
is a date. Any date. I think any date, maybe.
Guys, leave all your bags.
These
and
guys
stuff
are
over there by
cringe,
that
but
table
we
under
need
the
them.
table.
Otherwise,
Definitely,
everything
like
becomes
someone who has red hair,
lobotomized
a
mainstream
unique face,
slop.
someone who
I
doesn't
think
look like
these
everyone else,
are,
maybe.
Move on in.
for the
Okay,
most
guys.
part,
Ladies
like
and gentlemen, welcome to Sci-Fi
lobotomized
Speed Dating.
mainstream slop people.
Ladies, do not use this as
I
an
do agree with
exercise
you
to
though
perfect
that
your
like
friend-zoning technique.
I think that quality
zone
is always a
sucks.
matter of there being one
And
person
escaping the friend
in a
zone
place
is like threading
who
a needle
demands that
while
there
jumping
is
on a
quality.
pogo
I think
stick,
that
evading sharks
without
with
that
frickin'
person,
laser beams attached to their
it's always
frickin'
like
heads.
going downhill.
Dates are 3 minutes long. Every 3 minutes, get up and rotate.
I
Ladies,
got a
please have a
notification.
seat.
What this about?
It would be great if I could find the perfect match, someone I like, someone who likes me maybe. But I'm open to see what's gonna happen.
All right, 3.
If you have a triple chin, you should
Speed
try to
date.
work on yourself before
So,
trying to find love.
How long have you been?
Um,
So, how are you enjoying Comic-Con so far?
I think you should be trying to find love if you want love, but like you have to love yourself, and you have to love yourself enough to like.
So
Take care
I'm
of
wearing
yourself.
a red shirt, so I'm kind of like nervous sitting around you right now.
I'd watch a stream of just this and your comments.
Yeah, no, I hope
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Alex is a very.
We could also
classical-
we could watch Flavor of Love. Have you guys heard about that one? It's like The Bachelor, except it's the trashiest women in the world, and The Bachelor is a rapper Flava Flav. And he's on some weird cocktail of narcotics the entire time.
styled geek. He knows what he is, and he's proud of it.
So, what are you into?
I'm into everything.
Nice.
Nice.
Comics, video games.
Board games?
I will play board games.
Cool. I'm loosening up. It's like I'm sort of trying to
If I was there, I would. There's one of these episodes of Geek Love with a guy who like really loves Jimmy Olsen, and he comes dressed as Jimmy Olsen, and he's asking the girls like, "Hey, guess which character I am?" And they're like, "Oh, you have a camera. Are you Peter Parker?" And he's like, "No, I'm Jimmy Olsen." And the girls were like, "Oh, I don't know who that is." And he gets so like visibly angry. It's like he's just berating these women like, "Yeah, how don't you know who Jimmy Olsen is? I'm Superman's pal." It's incredible. Yeah, he was a redhead.
In the health education field. Okay.
I grew up on Flavor of Love. That was my awakening.
Things like that. It's always fun.
It always, shocks people when you pull the banana
I love New
out.
York. I've never seen that one.
What's the weirdest museum you've been to?
The sex museum.
Autism is a hell of a drug. Yeah, but he didn't come across nearly as like spurky as a lot of these other guys do.
Her fandom doesn't have to match mine, but it, wouldn't hurt if we matched a little bit. I love the Kirby shirt.
Thank you. Nothing like a little innocent, dirty humor.
Yeah.
I want you inside me.
I like that she had a, sexually funny Kirby shirt on, but I want you inside me.
Finnish ads. Icelandic ads.
Yeah.
Icelandic
Like
ads.
Journey on PS3.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. Cool,
I
someone
love
else.
it. So he seemed really interested in what I do, and he was really nice.
It was very fun talking with her. I felt very comfortable with her.
Sami Laplander ads.
Yeah, she was cute. Hi, Idris.
Oh, you know who I am.
Of course.
Let me like make some notes on like.
Just rent the DVD. I also love chat. You can see in the background. I love this guy. He's in a lot of these videos. He's like a weird Batman, and he has like the craziest mask. And he's in like really weird shape. I don't mean to be like mean, but he has like a really weird body. Hopefully that doesn't come across as me being mean.
What comics are you reading?
Look at him in the background.
Is it the Bionic Arm that does it, or?
Redhead girl, chat, did he have a chance with her? I think he tries to match with her and one other
The bad
girl.
boy attitude. Got it. That's
Look at
sort
this.
of,
Look at the
it's like
Batman.
catnip for women, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. It's going great. So far some of the girls are great. So what are you into?
Batman. Batman is my all-time favorite Love Me character.
Great costume though. How long did it take you?
He was a huge fan of Batman and Harley, so that always gets me going.
Quiet, please, and sit down. Yes, there's 3
He's
minutes.
man.
I know it's going that long, but it's okay.
Batman, if he was a
Keep
real
track of
guy.
the people you liked on your scorecards, yes? When I'm done talking, you're going to find the pieces of paper that correlate to the people that you liked. If you liked number 5, you'll find number 5's page. It'll say number 5 on it. If you didn't like somebody, don't write anything down. Okay, fair warning. Some of
She's
you are
cute,
getting
that
on
little blonde
numbers.
girl there.
It
She's really
happens. I apologize in advance. Just means it wasn't the session for you. All right, write your stuff down. Go.
Also, they only did one season of this
really
show.
hard to pick.
I would have watched 1,000 episodes of this. You know, like this is really fun late night watching with the girl.
I like the girl with the
woman.
Kirby shirt. I like the girl on the Star Skin Comes cute too. I also like the one that was dressed up as Harley. Who knows?
Batman with
the ones I like are
pre-diabetes.
the ones that everyone
Chat,
likes, of
being
course. So
vegan.
gonna go put my
I just said he had a
name and
weird
number down
body.
and see
You
what
guys took
happens.
it too far.
Gentlemen, sit still, look pretty, puff out your chest. All right, ladies.
Everyone puffing out
This is
their
what we
chest,
call the
actually
perfect
doing it.
match. This is a chance for you guys and gals to get 3 minutes with somebody that liked you, that you liked back, okay?
Okay, so for those of you not in the know, everybody at the conference, at the speed dating conference, they have like 1 or 2 minutes with each other, and then the guys rank the women that they like, and they just write their name down, and then the women have the opportunity to go and sit down with any of those guys.
It's hard to know if I've left an impression on the ones that I did like. It's sort of so it's a tough thing.
Ladies, do you have your perfect match in sight? Okay, track in on their hormonal signals. You need to run to him as fast as possible right now. Go. If you do not have a perfect match, it's okay. Quickly.
Chat.
Quickly.
Hey, I'm actually Alex, so I probably
See, chat.
I was actually surprised.
This wasn't as awkward as it could have been.
She had red hair, which is cool.
You guys
I love the
beat
Batman dude.
You
He's
got a
going to
perfect
steal
match.
all the geek
Congratulations.
chicks.
That's really something cool in this thing right here. Take this time. Talk to
He
the
did
people.
have a chance. Of
Maybe
course he had a
set up
chance.
sometime
Love
this
will
weekend.
find you all, chat.
Menninganótt fjölskylda.
Get the hell out of here, you nerd!
Á menninganótt.
Ég öruggari ef mamma og pabbi vita hvað ég Við erum klár á menninganótt.
So, a little behind the scenes here. This is like a PSA that the city government is doing for like, everybody stay safe out there. There's gonna be like, there's like some weird social gathering night happening, and it's all like these girls being like, everybody stay safe and let your parents know where you are. And it's interrupting my Geek Love.
I'm 24.
25, nice, good.
Love
There's
will
like
find
one
everyone like the
32-year-old
ads are
that still listens
finding
to his mom
easier.
is like, no.
I kind of live with my folks
Okay, so
still.
please
Yeah,
no
but I
bully
don't
the
know.
cute
I
ice
feel
cream
like in the
girls.
20s, it's okay because
Yeah, no.
especially the economy sucks.
So, you want to meet up sometime after this?
Yeah, sure.
I'll bully
but I've
them.
got a little bit of time right now if you want to
Reykjavik
keep chatting.
cares.
We can walk around,
Yeah.
They can walk you back
Reykjavik
to your booth as
doesn't
well.
walk the
Okay.
lawsuits.
Cool. Thanks.
I mean, it's like, you do it yourself, of course. But you know, if you want
Yeah.
the company.
Okay.
You sure? I don't know. I'm hopeful. I like her, and she kind of picked
Oh yeah,
me.
the pre-show
so I'm
begins in
excited
10
about that.
minutes. So we have time for one more. Oh, this is a movie.
I think something's happening to us.
Listen to what you're saying.
The pull, the thirst in your bones.
Ow.
Wait, I'm stuck. I'm sorry. I can't explain it. We're sick.
Whiskey for the pain.
By the way, I'm sorry I didn't believe you before you were ready. Just go!
We back, chat. Ah, wasn't that a wonderful break? So it's wonderful when you crater your entire viewership. It's fine. Actually, this is sort of loud. What will come out first? An Acer video on Gothic or the Gothic remake? I wonder. When's the Gothic remake? Is that like a real... Also, there's a fan in the background right now. I'll turn it off in just a few seconds. I'm just trying to quickly cool my laptop down. Last Ronin, we saw back.
Hello and welcome to the Gamescom Opening Night Live 2025 pre-show. I'm Kyle Bossman. The main show, Opening Night Live. The one with Black Ops 7 and Resident Evil Requiem, hosted by Jeff Keighley. That's soon, but not yet. This is the waiting room. And the secret about the ONL pre-show is that it's good itself. We've got an absurd amount of trailers and reveals and
Do you think this
premieres
guy's gonna
right
show
here in
you
the
Geek
lead up.
Love?
So let's not waste another microsecond.
Do you think
Here's a
he's
brand
real
new
like
game
that?
reveal.
Yo, remember me? Your old pal Bubsy? From all those classic games you loved.
Was it something I said? What could possibly go wrong?
Forget about that. Let's talk about the new one. Bubsy 4D. Now this I like. So, where
They
we
keep
going
reviving the Atari brand. It's gone bankrupt like
Don't
6
mind if I
times, and
do.
people keep buying it because it's a famous name.
next? They call me the Orange Blur. Do any of these outfits come with pants? You know I've only got one brain cell, right? And it's working overtime on this baby.
Oh yeah, 4D is better than VR.
Sorry, I didn't even know they were still around.
The first game I ever played on my PlayStation 29 years ago was Bubsy 3D. If you told me back then that one day I would be introducing Bubsy 4D to the world, I'd say, yeah, that sounds about right. Now let's keep this pre-show popping.
He was like,
Here's another brand new game announcement.
Mr. Bossman, please don't cry. Is this Star Wars Genesis? The Cylons, is this a Battlestar Galactica? This looks like an RTS kind of deal. Also, remember, everybody scroll down. and click the wishlist button on my game. Just quickly collecting as many wishlists as I possibly can. Yeah, like, what did I say? What did I say? I knew what we would get. I'm not a big Battlestar Galactica fan.
You're watching the Gamescom Opening Night Live pre-show, which will basically be me teeing up wall-to-wall trailers in the time before the main event. We do have an interview coming up with the project lead of Double Fine's Keeper. For now, here's a trailer for a LucasArts classic remastered by Night Dive Studios.
Oh, our friends over at Night Dive. They're actually a channel friends. Which one this?
You afraid of dying, kid? Keep that feeling.
I have no idea which game this is. I guess I'm not as knowledgeable about LucasArts as I thought.
I see a gleaming city.
You know what? This is one of those things where I'll know what game it is when I see the name.
It's gonna take more than bullets to get what you want, mister. Once a lawman, always a lawman.
Outlaws. Why is he hitting nothing?
If you thought maybe I was exaggerating a little bit when I said this pre-show is filled with exciting and really good trailers because it's my job, normally you'd be right. However, sometimes a trailer is actually just unmistakably exciting and really good, like this one.
What this? It's some sort of Japanese landscape, gang. And a train. Oh, it's Subway Surfers, but you play as the subway. They don't know we don't want this. Jet Set Railway. He did have kind of a concept, but
in this year's Xbox Showcase, Double Fine announced their first new game since Psychonauts 2. It's called Keeper. And joining us tonight in a recently pre-recorded interview is the game's project lead, Lee Petty.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here. So you showed a first look at gameplay of Keeper. The game
Oh,
itself
this
is
one.
about
Yeah,
the
I remember
lighthouse,
this
but
one
also
looking
the bird
cool.
as well, right? This duo. And I'm curious about whether that was conceptualized first as like imagery, like it sounds like a cool idea, or if that was conceptualized first from like a gameplay standpoint.
I always think about the total
It's
experience more than
2006
say
Spike TV,
mechanics
you
and
could
art
see
and
this
story.
now.
A lot of the game is about, this
Do you guys
lighthouse
remember
waking up after
that
eons of blind
Gorillaz
dormant
video?
and learning to
And then there
walk,
was a
and the
game
bird
where
is-
you
is
could
part of
drive
that, right?
around
So the
on
bird and the
that
lighthouse
track.
are perfect
You could
companions
play it on,
because
like,
they're
Newgrounds.
different.
That-
At the same time, the bird is
that was
wary
like-
of dark spaces.
only
and
the
there's
real
a
ones
malevolent
remember that
presence
one.
around the island that the lighthouse can keep at bay. So together, those two set out on this tale, and their abilities complement each other, but also the bird becomes, I think, kind of the emotional heart of the game.
You have an extensive background as an art director, right? I think that's apparent when anybody just looks at Keeper for the first time. So I'm curious about your inspirations.
There's so many inspirations for Keeper, and one of the ones that really stuck out was the Dark Crystal. I saw it as a kid, and it was really inspiring to me because it felt like such a different take on a fantasy world that I hadn't seen before, and it was beautiful, but also a bit tragic. It was scary at times, but also really playful and fun.
Do the bird and the lighthouse have names?
Yeah, well, at least the bird does, and we call the bird Twig internally because she has a beak that is made of driftwood.
But for now, the lighthouse is simply the lighthouse.
Did it start?
Simply the lighthouse.
No,
yeah.
It's just the pre-show. But you know, the pre-show is kind of also a part of the show.
Thank you so much for joining us here in the pre-show. When will people be able to play Keeper?
On October 17th this year, which is coming up really soon, and we can't wait for people to get in there and experience
this guy. You can sort of see it in his eyes.
Beautiful world for themselves.
This guy used to be
Thanks so much
25
for
years
us.
old.
Thank you.
You can kind of
Well,
see
that was
it
a
in his
great
eyes.
interview.
You know what I mean?
And if you thought this pre-show couldn't get any more masculine, buddy, watch this.
At last, Castle Grayskull is mine! Not so fast, Skeletor. Whoa, what's happening? He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction coming soon to all platforms?
Yes, it's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction. Intense beat-em-up action that puts the power in your hands. Grab a friend and fight for Eternia with 4 playable heroes. Classic arcade controls. It's powered-up pixel perfection for your gaming console or personal computer. Nice. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction, coming soon. From Limited Run Games.
Thanks for joining us here at the Opening Night Live pre-show. We're only about halfway through. It's a sufficiently chunked up show. And just to prove my point, here's a new trailer for Absolum.
My dad tried getting me into He-Man when I was a kid, and I was like, Dad, this sucks. I want to watch Batman. I was watching Batman, the animated series. And he showed me the old He-Man cartoon. It's such ass. And like, he kind of realized it halfway through that like, the cartoons I was watching were so good, so much better. This looks kind of cool. He has the video game scarf cloak poncho thingy to indicate movement. Very nice. Which Batman? Batman the animated series. The good Batman. The best Batman. I don't actually think there is a bad Batman. Probably if you go into like the 80s or the 70s.
October 9th, that's
Batman
a release
there,
date reveal. And I think Frog Mage revealed too. That was
like,
cool. Now, if you'd like to
Batman,
take a break
the
at
animated
this
series,
moment,
The
maybe
Batman,
grab a water and some
Brave and the
snacks,
Bold,
I really
even Beware
can't
the
recommend
Batman.
it.
I only saw like a few
Here's a
episodes
brand
of that.
new look
That was
at Long
alright.
Gone.
They shoehorned Katana in. That was during that weird era of superhero cartoons, which also had like that Spider-Man show that replaced Spectacular Spider-Man, and that shitty Marvel Avengers show that replaced Earth's Mightiest Heroes, where they were really focused on trying to beef up these unlikable secondary characters and try to make them into like A-listers, but they always just felt really tacked on. Like, why is Spider-Man hanging out with White Tiger or whatever her name was, and like Teenage Iron Fist? What is this? This looks cool. Oh, it's a narrative adventure. I don't know, this could be cool. It's like a cool sort of art style. Beware the Batman, here's the Outsider, which is a team of weirdos Batman set up in the comics. Yeah, that actually, Beware the Batman, I followed that during development, but then I didn't watch it a lot. They were talking about, like, they've built the entirety of Gotham in 3D, it's incredible. It's like, one of the premise of the show was that they were gonna use secondary villains. Like, it wasn't gonna just be the Joker and Two-Face and the Riddler. It was gonna be like Professor Pig and Magpie. Like, it was going to be these other Batman villains that you haven't seen frankly, 1,000 times before.
I'm impressed by the amount
that
of
would have been
nice
interesting. I just don't understand why. Like, you didn't need to do Katana. I feel like I don't think she's interesting enough of a character, and I don't think they did enough with her. This looks cool. Is this Bloodborne? No, it's some French. French-born. It did have Magpie. It did have Magpie. It had Professor Pig. Cold, I think it's one guy. Hope. This is like the French Aurelian. 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 Oh yeah. That was the old blood. You can always tell when I like something because I stop talking. What is this weird, like, Dishonored French revolution kind of dealy? This is a really interesting setting for a game. It's not an immersive sim, though. Valor Mortis. This could be
my
cool.
Sworn duty as pre-show host to make people excited.
Yeah, Bioshock.
About Gamescom opening night live. Thing is, you can't just tell someone to be excited. You can't just say y'all excited and
Jack,
expect
where are
people
we
to
at
start
with
clapping.
Napoleon? Was
You
he a
have to give them
tyrant, or
reason to be
did he
excited.
pick up the
So,
crown
here
from the
they
gutter?
are, the top 10 reasons to be excited for Gamescom opening night live 2025. Number 10. Hearing people make noise when someone asks if they're excited. Number 9. A new trailer from The Outer Worlds 2. Number 8. The emotional adventure of seeing a new game for the first time and not knowing if it's free to play or not until the end of the trailer. It's anyone's guess these days. Number 7.
I never assume free
Ninja
to play.
Gaiden 4 is showing up. And every
His
time
friends,
there's an
so he's the
Azuna
bad
drop,
guy. He was
someone
Corsican,
in the
wasn't he?
audience always goes, yeah!
He
Number
considered himself
6.
French, though.
Knowing there's no Silk Song, understanding there's no Silk Song, but still
All those
thinking,
coalition wars
what
probably
if
didn't
there's
need to
Silk
happen.
Song? Number 5.
Okay.
Ghost of Yote is in this? This PlayStation just had a 19-minute gameplay blowout.
I feel
you
like
have to wonder
the British
what they've been
Empire's
saving for Gamescom.
Grand strategy
Is that Wolf
of
gonna do something
preventing
crazy?
the
Number 4.
creation of a continental
Silent Hill
superpower,
F going
both when it
full
related
freak
to
mode.
the relations
Number
with the
3.
Spanish and the French,
Watching
and
game
later on the
designers
Germans.
develop their public
I think it
speaking
really
skills in real
hampered
time.
the
Number
sort of,
2.
I think it
The
kind of actually, in
worldwide
a weird
reveal
way,
of Call
kind
of
of
Duty Black
spurred
Ops
the
7.
development of
Now, you might
cultural
be saying,
powers in Europe,
didn't that already happen
because
a
all
couple
of the
months
provinces
ago?
were really
No.
centralized,
That was
were
the
really
teaser.
focused on building their
This
own
is
opera
the
house and like
worldwide
being the
reveal.
best by themselves, and it was
the
like
number
this
one
massive
reason to be excited about Gamescom
martial
opening
societies,
night live 2025,
inter-border
Resident
conflicts all the
Evil
time.
Requiem.
But at the
So
same
they just
time,
announced this at Summer
when
Game
the era
Fest,
of
and then they said, "See you
super
at
state sort of
Gamescom?"
superpower happened,
Well, look at the
continental
time.
Europe just wasn't
It's
ready.
Gamescom.
And I feel like
Or
it sort of
it
made
will be
World War
in a matter of
I and
minutes.
World War II
You're still in the
inevitable.
pre-show, but how about a new look at Planet?
Because everybody was just racing to be the one superpower.
Kanonen Kommandant.
Good morning, Commander.
Oh.
The cooperative state has honored me with the supervision of your well-being.
This isn't that cube game.
Get you back up to speed before our lives are on the line. Glad to see you've not lost your touch.
I'm enjoying this. Retro tech with like upbeat 50s, 60s swing music while you do these inhuman monstrosities, killing things.
Multiple separatist vessels
Fallout
approach.
3 lives on.
They wish to eliminate this facility. Destroy them before they do.
Oh, you can't hear this? You can't hear me in stream? I can lower the volume a little, that's fine.
Days fly by when you love what you do.
Oh, this is like Missile Command. It's kind of cool.
Welcome again.
Kind
to
of
the
like
Gamescom
Iron Lung,
opening
but
night
set in
live
like a
pre-show.
missile
If you're
bunker.
just joining us, there's still plenty of time to enjoy some bonus video
Commanding
game
with my
trailers
cannon.
before the big show begins. Here's a freaky one.
What this? An ego, it said. Huh? This looks good. Looks Alien Isolation-esque. Analog horror. Yeah, but it has like that analog sort of visual effect of desaturations and like weird crunchiness to the visuals. Beautiful water. Oh. I'm so disappointed by how everything Alien that comes out now has completely abandoned the retro tech look. I liked Alien Romulus. I felt like there was... It didn't like super hard lean into the retro tech look, but it was there. Routine. This looks cool. But it's not on PlayStation? What?
They actually
I'll buy
created
it on
that
PC.
whole environment by 3D scanning the entire bathroom of Jeff Keighley's mansion. Now, we've got 3 more videos and not a lot of time left before ONL begins, so next up, 2 trailers back to back.
Genichiro!
Souls pour into the underworld every day. You're no different. My lord, he's here.
I bid you walk the mortal world once more.
Autogon Shanghai. Play this one at launch, chat, because the government is going to force the developers to patch out new stories. That recently happened with Wu Chong. I'm not being mean to the Chinese developers for no reason.
Every name in your scroll of death. Not one of them dies quietly. You, a soulless husk. You can judge my fate. Why wrestle rogues when their artifacts can do what brute strength cannot?
This looks like there's kind of more of Wukong, Ape of Darkness. I wonder if you know, Chinese games development is really interesting because they don't have as deep a cut, like the gaming culture in China is not like the same as ours, because they don't have, to my knowledge at least, they didn't have like the NES and such. Like, it really seems like they entered the global market with trashy mobile games and just these Souls-likes. But like more cinematic Souls-likes, if that makes sense. There's a problem with these Wukong games. It looks like China devs aren't creative outside of their established mythology. I wonder if that's a case of a lot of this being maybe done with government subsidies. And you know, because if you look at like Thailand, you know, a lot of people like Thai food. Thai food is not real. Like, this was a government creation back in like the 40s or whenever Siam became Thailand. This was a way for them to sort of spread their culture and like create global interest in Thailand. And they just gathered a bunch of cooks together and created the idea of Thai food. And so like that was a kind of a national project of like global soft power. And I wonder if that's maybe what's going on with China, or if, you know, kind of like how Americans like doing cowboy movies and cowboy games, maybe the Chinese just like Chinese mythology. It's also perfectly possible. It doesn't need to be a deeper reason than that. Thai food isn't real. It's not real. It's fake. Hey, Logi. Yeah, missed the AAA Chinese game announcement. Logi, yes. Loki and I, on his channel, have been streaming Elden Ring Night Rain for the past few weeks, by the way. There's like probably 20 hours of footage of us dicking around there. I've been trying to do it on my channel too, but I think I need to I think I need to source the Elgato footage into OBS and stream it from there. And then I can get a Discord audio to run as well. I think that's the way to do it. Chinese studios are really disincentivized to take risks on a technical level as in with hardware. I don't know about that.
I'll give you a moment
because they
to
do really aim for graphics,
honest
it
with
seems
you,
like.
That was not the last King of the Road you're going to see in this pre-show. I've got one more trailer for you, a brand new reveal for Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
I recently accepted an edict from a commenter who was going to wishlist my game in exchange. He said he would wishlist my game, which everybody, you know, scroll down into the description, first link there, click it, go on my Steam page, wishlist my game. Anyways, I got a commenter recently who told me he would do it if I promised to stop being mean to Sonic. I'm allowed to be mean to Tails, but I can't be mean to Sonic anymore. End of an era, gang. Is your game on Mac? No, but you don't have to buy it. Just wishlist it. I'm just harvesting wishlists because the algorithm starts boosting the game. Steam's native algorithm starts boosting the game once it hits a certain wishlist threshold. So you don't need to worry about like actually playing. That's fine. As a release, right now I'm only planning a PC release, but I imagine I'll port it over to every other system as it becomes viable. Like with Mac, I'll see if I can get some Mac somewhere, test the game on it, and if there aren't too many errors to work around, I can probably just release a Mac version. Because you don't need to buy a dev kit to release on Mac, I don't think. So that would be fine. But right now, I'm just focused on trying to finish the game and harvesting wishlists from everybody.
Creator of the Game Awards,
and thanks to everyone who's already
Jeff
wishlisted it.
Keighley.
Don't be mean to Sonic, skips his trailer, not getting the wishlist. But also put it on Mac. Like I said,
You guys ready?
If it's not 5 months of recoding everything, I don't see why I wouldn't put it on. Wishlisted for algorithm. Thank you, Danger Man.
Guten Abend. Welcome to Gamescom.
I'm not wishlisting shit, but I actually want to play what you make. You should wishlist it then. I don't spam you with like notifications or anything like that. It's just to help the algorithm boost it.
Right here in Cologne, Germany. We've got over 5,000 fans in the hall here at Cologne Messe tonight. Welcome, everybody. And by the end of the week, more than 300,000 people will walk the show floor, which for the first time has more than 1,500 exhibitors.
Wow, chat, he's gotten old. His face looks kind of poofy, you know?
More watching live around the world. No matter where
Sold,
you are,
wishlisting.
we're all
Thank you,
connected
Michael.
tonight
Thank
as
you.
one global community to celebrate the art, creativity, and joy of games. From the boldest indies to the biggest blockbusters.
Also, everybody tell me if
Has never been more dynamic.
audio
Clever
is
ideas from small
terrible
teams
or
are breaking
okay.
through in huge ways. This summer, Peak, a co-op climbing game created by Aggro Crab and Landfall Games, stormed the charts on Steam, and right now I can announce for the first time it has sold over 10 million copies to date. Congratulations to the team. And there's also other fun ones,
right.
like you guys have probably played Date Everything, a wild dating sim where you can romance a treadmill or a curtain. It's on Steam right now. Check it out. It's sold an estimated 500,000 copies. And all these successes prove something important. Small teams with big ideas can change the industry. And that
This
brings
is
us
actually, you know,
to one game
I
by
joke a lot about Jeff Keighley. I do really appreciate his super pro indie stance. Like he goes out of his ways to promote smaller teams and gas up like the creative potential of smaller teams.
Well, tonight,
And he doesn't have to do that. Like it's the big studios that are paying for these showcases.
100% actually launching
So
this year. And behind me, you're seeing some brand new Silk Song gameplay, the first extended look since the last trailer in 2022. And starting tomorrow, you guys here at Gamescom can play a demo
at the Nintendo and Xbox booths. There you go. Silk Song is real. And on Thursday,
Will he promote your
Team
game?
Cherry is going to be sharing some news as
He
part of
better.
a YouTube premiere on their channel, so make sure to check that out. Tonight, we'll give you a first look at this holiday's biggest games. Like
Give us
Call
a
of Duty
date.
Black
I don't
Ops
think you're
7
getting a
and
date.
Ghost of Yote, plus major news
I
on
think
Prime
Silk Song
Video's
is like
Fallout
maybe 2
Season
years
2
away still.
arriving in December. And later, we'll have a special performance of the music of Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Just curious, and you might not remember, but back in 2021, you had a stream where you were showing a village you were working on in your game. How far along were you in development back then? Are you talking about the flooded village?
And the world premiere of the opening cinematic from World of Warcraft
Michael?
Midnight from Blizzard.
You're not getting a date, Jeff is
Now, as always, ONL is also about surprises, and we do have multiple brand new AAA game announcements and reveals over the next 2 hours, so stick around right until the end. This is our
Yeah, that was
biggest
it.
opening
Yeah,
night
okay,
live
so
we've ever done.
when I did
Let's not
Snail,
waste
that was
another
just a
second.
demo. I just assembled all the
began
code I had and incorporated it into one game that I made fairly quickly, just to have something to release, and then I was going to use all of that assembled code to build another game. I was maybe half a year into development before I decided I didn't want to release that game. I wanted to take what I had planned there and reincorporate it into a fuller release of Snail, because I figured that had become a much more interesting project. So what I was working on there, like the assets and the stories and the coding, it all makes its way into the Snails Have Skeletons game. But that game probably isn't ever coming.
Easier to control.
It didn't come together in an interesting enough package for me to keep working on it.
Your streets shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
2035.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
He refuses to let me go. Stop looking backwards, Dave. What matters is what we do next.
A lot of people counting on us for answers.
Backups to line 2. I think this is just Call of Duty. I want Shin Megami Tensei 4 remake. That's so much to ask for. Yeah, we were talking. Yeah, Logi. We were talking earlier about Chinese soft power propaganda and Thailand's soft power propaganda. Now we talk about America because we're talking about Call of Duty. I actually, it's wonderful to have Metallica, famously litigious, in your stream here, Jeff. Once again, my it's all gonna be pulled so that James Hetfield can buy a new mansion. No, but I figure I thought they were like famously don't use our music to advertise stuff. They must have gotten a lot of money for this.
Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
Get the Reznov Challenge Pack when you pre-order now.
Prefer Chinese world order to the American one, to be honest. I already speak English. I can't afford like a new world order. I have to learn a whole new language to play Vidya.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 releases on November 14th. And to tell us more, please welcome Miles Leslie from Treyarch and Natalie Pohorsky from Raven to Opening Night Live.
Jeff Keighley is all about getting really short men on his stage.
Hello, guys. congratulations on the reveal. Welcome.
Also, he's wearing real clothes this time. Jeff Keighley is.
We're very excited to finally talk about this game.
Yeah, excited. Let's get into it.
Don't think I didn't notice. He's really ditching the jeans and sneakers and jacket look. And look, he looks so much better for it.
You're definitely pushing the envelope again?
Absolutely, Jeff. It's been a long road, and we're thrilled to finally be sharing what we've been building. Black Ops 7's got a bold vision of the future. We're diving into 2035, and it's a future.
Come on,
that feels
Acer, I'll
real,
be
just
on that
out of
stage one
reach,
day.
but it's twisted, and only
The
the
Sam
ways
Altman of
Black
game
Ops
devs.
could. And you come to expect what you got there. It's a world of fear. The shadows are gone. Nothing is what it seems.
Yeah, 2035.
Yeah,
we're wondering how does Menendez, how does this all fit into the Black Ops timeline?
You can tell this is
So
Treyarch
we're
Call of
pulling
Duty
threads
because of
from
the
Black
lack
Ops
of
2 and
SAS.
Black Ops 6.
SAS.
But don't worry, don't get it twisted. This is a beast of its own, Black Ops 7. We're stepping into a world spiraling from the return of Raul Menendez and the consequences of the past.
Set in
All
Korea.
right, well, I'm curious who the protagonist is so you can tell us who's stepping into the light in this game.
Yeah, David Mason returns, but he is not the same. He's carrying deep scars. Some you can see, some you can't. And he's got a new team with him, and every mission, every move is a test.
Now,
And
what
we're
makes the story
also-
stand apart? Yeah.
We're also introducing the Guild.
Yes.
Important to
I hate
mention,
near
a
future
global tech
sci-fi so
force
much
that
it's
claims
unreal.
to be humanity's last line of defense against
I
this
don't want to be.
mysterious
Yeah, it's too
threat.
close to
And
home.
their
I don't want to be
CEO, Emma
reminded of the
Kagan,
awful
is a
world I
visionary
found myself
leader
in.
with a clear mission, but how she chooses to confront this crisis is often at odds with David and his team. So it's not a battle of good versus evil, it's a clash of philosophies.
It kind of blows
What
that
kind of
modern
future are
Persona
we
is so
building,
popular,
and who
forcing
gets to
Atlas to
decide?
focus
All right, so
efforts
some
on
deep
that type
thoughts
of
there.
game
So,
over
yeah, tell
Shin
us about
Megami
how does the
Tensei.
story stand apart this
Oh,
time?
yeah.
It's the characters. So the story is about identity, memory, and consequence. And we've crafted this cast like
David
pieces
misses
of
him
a
as a
puzzle.
crisis
So
of
each
not
one
aging.
has a reason to be there, and each one brings something unique to the table. And we've also got our central city of Avalon, which is more than just a backdrop. It's a living, breathing space that evolves with the player. And it's
I
also where
thought
our
Call of
story
Duty
moves
was like set in the real
Well, one
world.
thing
What
we
is
want to
this
talk about
Avalon
is
thing?
gameplay, and I understand you're doing a co-op campaign for this one?
That's right. From the start, we wanted to make a bold change with the campaign. Black Ops 7 can be played solo or up to 4 players. It's a shared experience, and every mission has been handcrafted for variety. Tone, pacing,
She's not
gameplay,
speaking from her
location.
diaphragm, causes
You're
you to
gonna be
quiver
running on
during
rooftops
public
with
speaking.
Japan, exploring
Yeah,
the
Activision
Mediterranean
couldn't
coast,
afford
and
public
diving
speaking
deep
lessons for
into
these
the
people.
Human psyche. All of it has been crafted to really add clues
Tell me when to
the
unmute.
story and offer their own gameplay focus.
Wow, so wild story, co-op campaign, you are definitely pushing boundaries this time.
Yes, we are. Black Ops
Wild
7 is all
campaign,
about
multiplayer.
innovation
Damn, bro,
across
you
the
pushing
entire
boundaries
game,
or something?
And not just in gameplay, but in how we tell stories. how
Avalon
we
is
connect
basically a
players,
fictional
and how we
Monaco.
build worlds.
Because
And this
it's
is
Med
just the
and
beginning.
French language.
There's more to come at Call of Duty Next, including multiplayer and zombies. But for now, we hope you guys are excited to step into something new. And
When was the
experience
last time
something
Call of Duty
truly
did anything
unforgettable.
like really interesting?
Amazing. All right, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, thanks so much.
Are they-
guys.
because, like, they're
Now,
still pushing
it's a behind-the-scenes
zombies.
look from the rest of the Call of Duty development team. Thanks, guys.
Black Ops 7 brings an all-new way to play the Call of Duty campaign. This time, you're not going in alone. You have the option this year to play solo or up to 4-player co-op start to finish. You can bring your friends, you can make some new ones, and there's a whole bunch of adventure even after the story.
There's a unified
For
Call of
solo
Duty
players,
timeline.
We really make sure that they can engage in the campaign the way they want to.
Didn't this
and
series
feel
start
they're
out as like
truly
a
playing
Medal
a
of
Black
Honor
Ops story.
ripoff?
What's going to be fun is having each player in your squad gravitate towards their own play style and then really playing off of each other.
We've crafted this as an inherently social mode that features the amazing linear Call of Duty missions that our community loves.
Mission variety is at the core of the Black Ops 7 campaign. The pacing shifts between high-intensity combat, stealth-driven objectives.
I feel like
and
there was a lot of
deeply
energy
psychological
in the
sequences
pre-show that
challenge
Call of
your
Duty is not
perception
managing
of
to
reality.
match.
Avalon serves as the narrative's anchor throughout, but the campaign stretches far beyond its borders.
You need to understand, it's a barely profitable franchise from a little studio. They can't always do interesting
and
or
full of
risky stuff.
opportunities to explore, experiment, and experience the story in new
It
ways.
pains me to know
And in
that
the culmination of the
this
co-op campaign,
and
we're
FIFA
unleashing
and
something
like
bold,
basketball
the end game.
are
It's a
like the
proving ground to
cornerstone
put
of the
everything
entire
you've
gaming
mastered throughout the
industry.
campaign to the test. The end game is a brand new PvE social experience where you and your squad will need to survive overwhelming odds, adapt under pressure, and break the rules of what you thought a campaign could be. Each run is a new step in your power journey as you wield personalized abilities and face unexpected challenges. And here, all of Avalon opens up.
It gives us a lot of freedom to have some fun with the gameplay mechanics,
You know,
player movement.
I firmly
Players really
believe that
can
once
turn
all
the
of
map
this
into their
stops
playground.
working,
This is your
when
chance
the
to
machines
explore the
rise
world
up
beyond
and,
the
you know,
mission.
we have the Butlerian Jihad, once like society collapses, I'm pretty sure every year I'm still going to be bombarded with the need to stream over like a 10-minute Call of Duty presentation. Somehow they will always find a way to insert themselves back into my life.
There's something for you in Black Ops 7.
All right, for much more on Call of Duty Black Ops 7, make sure to watch.
As a dev, let me tell you, the
Black
biggest
Ops
shame is that
7
some of the
Direct
best developers
into
are stolen
Call
by
of Duty
these
next
teams
month,
that make
September
FIFA, Call of
30th.
Duty, and 2K.
Still to come, we'll have
Oof.
news on Fallout
Yeah, I can
Season
believe that.
2 and the announcement of a brand new game from adventure game legend Ron Gilbert. I grew up playing his games, and I can't wait to show you his next unexpected creation.
You need to add
a little bit later.
crafting to Black
All right,
Ops
who's
8.
ready for our first brand new game announcement of the night? I figured you'd feel that way. Well,
New announcement,
honors,
baby.
Please welcome back to ONL, one of the most respected and recognizable hosts in esports. She's my co-host, Shox.
Sharks in esports.
Hi everyone, thank you so much, Jeff. It is so great to be back here at Gamescom and ONL. I just had
Shox.
so much fun last year that I had to run it back. And let me just say, we have an unbelievable show for you tonight. And now, without further ado, it's time for our first new game announcement at ONL. Please enjoy.
Alright, alright.
Our gods have forsaken us for fear of the coming darkness. Consumes all but you, lamp bearer.
Oh!
Something
Lords of the Fallen?
within you. Something ancient, powerful.
I know Smoketown's gonna be happy with this one.
So I ask you, will you harness this darkness within and deliver unto our so-called lords retribution?
I recently started playing the Lords of the Fallen demo, like the opening hour or something. I had a decent time with it, but then I started playing Lies of P, and I'm kind of stuck in that mode right now. But once I finish Lies of P and the DLC, I'm gonna jump right back into this, because I think I would enjoy this game.
The world falls with you.
Oh, just a straight-up sequel.
Lords of the Fallen 2. Wishlist now.
Really cool. I thought we were getting like a DLC. I felt like Lords of the Fallen
Lords of
just
the
came
Fallen
out.
2 is official, set 100 years
What did I
after
think
the
of Lies
last
of P?
game.
I really like it. It's very polished. I like the deviations it makes to conventional Souls-likes. It's very arcadey. I think that's because the enemy variety is not great and the levels aren't super long. But I mean that in a really good way.
All right, now for something completely different. This next game won Game of the Year at the Game Awards.
I have more thoughts, but I want to let Jeff talk.
Next year,
I'm really enjoying
it's
it.
making the leap to become a major
And I'm knocking
anime.
pens all
And
over the
tonight,
desk.
we're breaking the news with your exclusive.
That's how you ask people to wishlist. Oh, it's the anime.
Sashina.
Kenjiro Tsuda. It happened in Gay. The Sekiro anime, it's real. It's seemingly they're just doing the game, are they? No defeat.
Looks
I like the
awesome.
animation,
All right.
Logie. It looks
We're
like
just
weird
getting
kind of
started.
stuff.
Our next new game announcement stars a hero who needs no introduction, a true legend of justice and gadgets.
Ratchet? Oh. It's Batman.
I need to become more than a man. I need to become a symbol.
What did you have in mind?
That's Andy Serkis, Alfred. Is this like Batman Year One but Lego? Because that would be really awesome. It is the Pattinson suit.
Who are you? I'm Batman.
Build the legacy. But that's the Tumblr.
Why so serious? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm allergic to nuts.
That's hilarious.
Who's the man behind the mask?
And that's like Zoe Kravitz Catwoman, but he's wearing Michelle Pfeiffer's outfit. And that's the Arkham City Electric Chair. It's like they're merging all the Batman.
I got you!
Lego Batman. Legacy of the Dark Knight. This looks kind of fun, I will say.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by... Ah! Who put that there? I could have really hurt myself.
Really cool. Really cool. Yeah, that was Burton Penguin. Sounds like Terrence Stamp. Terrence Stamp, rest in peace. He
The
just
Bat
passed
is
away,
back.
gang.
Please welcome the head of Lego Batman development team, Jonathan Smith.
I actually quite like Batman. I have a lot of fun with that. And Traveler's Tales.
Jonathan, welcome to ONL. All right, so after the huge success with Lego Star Wars, you guys are returning to Lego Batman?
We are so thrilled to reveal this game tonight for the first time.
We could have
to
just
you
done an
all
Arkham
and
game,
to
guys.
the world.
Different studio.
And that's not all. At Gamescom, you will be able to play Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Wow. That's freaking
amazing. All
crazy,
right, well, there
gang.
will be a demo
Hey,
on the show
at
floor for
Gamescom,
everyone.
you will be able
Now,
to also
let's break
scroll
down that
down,
trailer,
and
'cause we see
Wishlist
so many
snails have
fan-favorite
skeletons.
references, to films
And it's
things
okay
like
for
that.
me
So
to sneak
what is
in my
the
own
story of
ads
this
in the
game?
stream
This is
because
the
Jeff Keighley allowed them to put
essential
Metallica in, so
Batman
it's going to be
story.
copyright claimed
we take
anyways.
You on Bruce Wayne's epic journey from origin
I don't want a Superman game. Give me Green Lantern.
Shadows. You'll fight crime on the streets of Gotham, and as the years go by,
See, I think you could do like I want a Superman game, but I don't want a Superman game set in Metropolis. I want Superman like traveling the galaxy Superman game, and that would be very similar to what a Green Lantern game would be like.
Movies, TV shows, comics, and games.
Lego
all brought
Pokemon.
together and brought to life in our unique Lego world.
Well, we cannot wait for it. Let's also talk about the combat, because we've got some real gameplay here of the combat.
Yeah, what's the fighting look like? Is this Arkham combat?
Oh, the team has created a really rich, deep combat system that's authentic to Batman's unique style. So, surrounded by enemies, you'll pull off powerful attacks.
Yeah, that is
counters,
Arkham
and
combat.
takedowns. You'll use cool gadgets like batarangs to stun enemies and the Batclaw to reel them in. For the first time, we've added difficulty level.
That's like a weird
Caped
Red Hood
Crusader
game.
And Dark Knight
Lego
mode
Arkham.
for
Hey,
those
I'm not
who want
complaining.
An extra challenge, and you'll build a new Bat family of allies as you're joined by playable partner characters like Jim Gordon, Catwoman, Robin, Batgirl, each with their own gear, which you'll need as you take on a rogues gallery of villains from Joker, Penguin, and many more, including the mighty Bane, as you saw in the trailer, voiced by the incredible Matt Berry.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to see what you're packing into this game. It also looks like you have a bit of a, like it's an open
He's
world.
just describing Arkham Asylum.
That's right, Gotham is
Lego and Uber invented riding the bus.
Playground where you're free to explore. You can grapple from rooftop to rooftop, glide over the streets, or
It's the
cruise
friggin'
around
bat.
in
Do you think
your
they're gonna say
choice
that in the
of
game, gang?
Batmobile. This game has it all.
I think you've sold me on it. All right, Jonathan. I'm pretty hyped about it. It will be here playable, as we mentioned, for all
And
you
yeah, that
here
was
in
just the
Titan
Titan
Lego
fights from
Batman
Asylum,
Legacy
or
of
like
the
even
Dark
it was
Knight
kind of like the
for
Bane
first
fight. It
time
was like
starting
running at the
tomorrow
walls.
on the Gamescom show floor. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Awesome. All right, now over to Shots with our next new game announcement exclusively on ONL.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Indeed, I find myself here in the audience. There we go. I find myself here in the audience. Thank you so much, Jeff. And some of the best fans at ONL. So is everybody having fun?
Chad, is everyone having fun?
But we're just getting started. Still to come, we have an amazing musical performance from Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I can hardly wait. And also a new look at Resident Evil Requiem, as well as a bunch of other surprises.
Procrastinating, kind of.
Or I can hear it. But now it's time for a new game announcement. A long-awaited sequel that fans have been eager to see for nearly
Oh my God,
a
you're
decade.
right. Arkham Asylum is 16 years old. The kiddies, they don't know the references. Lego Rome? You kidding me? I love that. Oh, it's like Warhammer or something.
No mercy.
They should do a Lego Rome though. You could have like chapters, like you could be Sulla marching against Marius. You could be Scipio screwing Hannibal's, screwing something up Hannibal's. You know what? You could be Caesar crossing the Rubicon. You could do all the best bits. We don't talk about the crashes of the 3rd century in this house though. No, is this like, this is 40K, right?
There is no victory.
I think so.
Only vengeance to enact.
Kitty's watching these M-rated game trailers.
One of us lives, we fight. For only in death.
See Blood Ravens? They keep doing these kind of, hey, watch me, I'm with the audience, and it never stops feeling incredibly forced and cringy. Rubicon is in space. That's true. They could have done it as like a mech games, maybe. Arkham Knight is only 10 years old. Yep. Yep. Oh, chat, what happened to time? What happened to the time? Also, Dawn of War. Cool.
2 centuries after the last great conflict, the battle for Kronos begins again in Dawn of War 4 with
Announced
4
the
playable
AC6
factions
spin-off
over
already
70
from Soft.
missions. Dawn of War 4 is coming in 2026 to PC. All
If
right,
they
now
do
it's time
another
for an
Armored Core, I
unexpected
want them to
update
do
from
it
the
like
Monster
super
Hunter
grounded and
Wilds
gritty.
team about a very special crossover event.
Crossover event. Monster Hunter and Pokemon, maybe? Oh, Final Fantasy. Little swastika cactus. Oh, specifically Final Fantasy XIV Online. Alright. I don't know any of the ones there. I only know 7. How about Monster Hunter fix their game? How toasty do you think a fried chocobo is? I think a fried chocobo like tastes like chocolate coated chicken, but it's probably super healthy for you, man. And it's like chocolate coated chicken in the best possible way that could taste. Is that that's not Yoshi P, is it? I think it is. I'm still playing Monster Hunter Generations. You know, gang, there was a time, like 8 years ago, where I really considered being a Monster Hunter guy, but it that was before, like, wasn't it Monster Hunter Arise or Monster Hunter World? There was the one game that sold like 50 million copies and made it like a well-known franchise. Before that one, I tried cracking into it because it was such a beloved franchise, but it wasn't like wasn't something everybody was doing. But I decided it was too impenetrable for me. I did play the DS, the 3DS one. There was a demo for it. I played that, and I enjoyed it. But I never circled back into the franchise, and then it like blew up. And now I'm like, not for me. Too popular. It was World. Monster Hunter Asylum. When Mechaten videos. Mechaten? What Mechaten? Mechaten videos when I have 1,000 wishlists. I only have like 600 something left.
詳細は、来月皆様にお伝えできると思いますので、そちらの方を注目していただけたらと思います。あとですね、今回もですね、吉田さんとスクエアエニックスのスタッフの皆さん、本当に全面協力していただいたことを
That's a very funny joke about Iceland's deep addiction to the energy drink Monster. Very funny, very funny. Still play the old ones, they are retro now.
After our collaboration in Monster Hunter World,
I asked for Gothic first. Yeah, hey, you know, he actually just asked for Mechaten, so maybe Mechaten comes before Gothic. I gotta say, he didn't ask hard enough.
What we showed you is just a little
no, I want to play
of
Gothic.
What's to come, so
I
please
just
look out for more information that's coming next month. But of course, Yoshida-san and the Square Enix team have been working just as hard with us on this special collaboration. So I like to not only thank him, but turn it
Next
over
announcement
to him
is gonna be
to share
Bloodborne, gang. For real this time.
Guten Tag, Gamescom!
That's awesome. That's crazy.
まずはこのような素敵な場所に招いていただいたジェフさん、それから我々にね、いつも本当にたくさんのインスピレーションをくれるヨゾさん、それからカプコンの開発チーム、そして何よりゲームファンの皆さん、本当にありがとうございます。
Acer-san, more Armored Core videos, please.
Guten Tag,
I could do more Armored Core videos. There are more Armored Cores for me to make videos on.
For having us here, and Ryozo-san for all the inspiration, the Capcom team for working on this special collaboration, and to everyone enjoying our games. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
まあ今、良三さんの方からもちょっとご紹介いただきましたけど、まあモンスターハンターワールドの時にもご一緒させていただいて、今回それに引き続き第2弾。
He has like not quite Leon Kennedy hair, but he's kind of he's almost there.
全面協力してコンテンツ開発してきました。
As Ryozo-san mentioned, we worked together on Monster Hunter World, and we wanted to make it happen again, and it's happening for Monster Hunter Wilds. We would call it a crossover, and we're very happy to make this happen with all of our efforts joined together.
Very cool.
もちろんクロスオーバーですので、ファイナルファンタジー14側にも、スペシャルなバトルコンテンツご用意しております。今日は先ほどねティーザートレーラーとして。モンスターハンターワイルズ側の
He's wearing like crazy pants. I didn't notice this. He kind of looks like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Since this is
He has
a
like
crossover
small legs and a long torso.
Not only Monster Hunter Wilds, but Final Fantasy 14
I was away for 30
would
minutes.
also
What did you
be
miss?
having
You
a
missed
special
the
collaboration
Bloodborne
content
sequel.
Outside of the
You
trailer
missed
we just
Bloodborne,
saw,
man.
Final Fantasy 14 has also prepared a short trailer to show you what you can get.
He got that thing on.
All right, well, thank you so much. Ryozo-san, Yoshida-san, here's the trailer.
Don't worry if I told you, but don't know if I told you, but your Silent Hill 4 was a great watch. Specifically loved the greatest moment in horror section, among others. The greatest moment in horror section was like the first thing I wrote. I was like, well, whatever this video is, it's all building up to this moment. So, just like, whenever I had anything even remotely to say that touched on that, I would be like, okay, just gotta flag that. And I'll talk more about that when I talk about the greatest horror moments. It's a weird way to write a video. It's like a 4-hour preamble to like the thing you really want to talk about. But thank you. I enjoyed it. I enjoy hearing you liked it. I hate jump scares. Should I try old school Silent Hill? Old school Silent Hill is not really about jump scares. So yes, I would say you should. Absolutely. Also, you're asking that on this channel? This channel? Oh. I like atmosphere, I just hate jump scares. Yeah, Silent Hill is all about atmosphere. There's like 2 jump scares.
Something that knows us.
In the entire like franchise. There's the cat, and there's the poorly haunted mansion like thing.
But what if this wasn't the place, after all? Look around you.
Look around you.
They can see you.
Oh.
Do you believe this is real? This isn't a game.
Oh.
It's a test.
A test.
But do you ever ask yourself, what are we here for? We're here to play.
Oh goddammit, I hate when they try to make like badass trailers of like people playing video games.
Are you ready to play?
It's like when people try to do like, it's like
Welcome to the world's
a
biggest
UEFA,
gaming
FIFA, football,
Game on.
you know,
500,000
advertisements, and it's like
1,500
slow motion of
exhibitors,
Messi in black and
endless
white, and it's like
games to
super gritty and stuff,
explore
and it's
right here in
like,
Cologne.
it's not a gritty sport, it's
Discover
not cool.
rising stars at Gamescom awesome indies. Step into
But
the
it's like, it's kind of like they're
cosplay
trying to affirm to you
on-site
that you're
or
cool if you
online.
like this.
Watch.
Who else is getting Geek Love
Become
vibes,
the
by the
hero.
way?
Experience live shows, esports battles, and creator events in the Gamescom event arena. Not in Cologne? Go to Gamescom.global. Stream the highlights on Gamescom Now. Vote in the Gamescom Award. Or dive into our Gamescom studio on Twitch and YouTube. And of course, we're here to play.
Hey, was that,
Join the fun in our community RPG.
was that, what's his name,
Gamescom
Max Colville
Epics.
from,
Loot awaits.
old former co-host of
Gamescom runs on 100%
Adam Sessler, who went
renewable
crazy
energy
for a while?
and puts accessibility first. The whole city joins in at the Gamescom City Festival. It doesn't stop there. The whole world comes together, not only here in Cologne, but also at Gamescom Latam, Gamescom Asia, and beyond.
And beyond.
Welcome to Cologne. Welcome to Gamescom.
Geek Love made me cringe less.
All over the world.
This is just the Geek Love relaunch trailer, trust!
Opening night live.
I'm ready to game, all right, and that was only finally a glimpse of what
And
is
now
to come here at
Jeff Keighley's
Gamescom,
gonna
the
introduce all the
biggest
guys and
playground
girls and
in
make them
the
date each
world,
other.
and what it has in store for you.
It's all
We're
coming
here to
together,
play, and the
baby.
fun is just getting started. So, Jeff, what's next? Is it anything?
Can't wait until haptics become the
I
default
think
controllers
it's
for
gonna be, It's
VR.
going to be a video game, I can tell you that much. Last year at the Game Awards, we had the honor of announcing the long-awaited return of one of Capcom's most iconic action series, Onimusha.
And tonight, we take the
Onimusha.
next step on that journey. Here's a brand new look at Onimusha.
Since
Way
when
of the Sword.
Gamescom goes global? I feel like Gamescom shouldn't go global. I feel like Gamescom is for the Germans.
Where are my manners? Hello there, fallen samurai.
To think something like this was right under the city. What fearsome power! Be careful!
Oh, righteous! And after everything you and your awful kind put him through, too.
Damn, dude, there's a lot of talking in this trailer, you know?
Here, let me show you something to cheer you up.
Some new ways controlling this lightning.
Give me that Souls-wide dot targeting system. Nicest brain spotted.
Stupid games. I'm terribly sorry.
Oh hey, who do you think is gonna win the Game Awards this year? Do you think Jeff's gonna give it to Kojima? Because I don't think Kojima deserves it. I did not enjoy Death Stranding 2.
The automated industry complex.
A lot of people, the discourse was inundated by people being like, this is the best story he's written since Metal Gear Solid 3, it's his best game since Snake Eater, like he's back to form, this is the Kojima we all know and love, and I'm just sitting there like,
For keeping pace with advancements.
none of these actors know how to act in mocap. Like, the only character who isn't a completely flat, personality-deprived robot is Troy Baker, and that's because he's the only one of these actors who knows how to do mocap acting. And like, his character is weird and cringe. Like, I did not enjoy my time with that game. That's not true. I enjoyed a lot of that game, but like, the way it comes together really did not click for me. And I maintain that Kojima needs to do a different kind of game at this point. Like, stop with the open world stuff. Because it's just like, it's these massive time sinks. Like, he's good at tightly directed scenarios. And those were also the best moments of Death Stranding. So just do that. Do a horror game already. I also, like, he's threatening to make a movie. I think he should make that movie because I think it would be a good sort of reality check for Kojima to make a movie. He's obviously one of the best game developers in the world. But I want him to make a movie because his impulses in cinema are not as great as people tell him they are. And I think that if he actually had to stand up to the scrutiny of film audiences, he would have like a rude awakening of like, okay, this is what I've been doing in my video games for a while. Also, why are there so many unskippable little cutscenes of like Sam entering the ship and like you have to skip 3 cutscenes and nothing of consequence happens there? Why show the cutscenes at all? I'm getting mad. I'm getting like tilted about Death Stranding. I was asking you who do you think is gonna win the Game Awards? Then I started ranting. Claire Obscure. Oh, I could see that. Like a smaller team. He's gonna give it to Kojima. It's gonna be a big controversy. If he gives it to Kojima, I feel like the sort of critical reevaluation of Death Stranding 2 is gonna happen. And I am so here for it. No, I'm not. I don't want to take anybody's enjoyment of that game away, but like, I was really disappointed by it.
This will truly be the birth of a new world.
I think that OT game is gonna be his best just based on vibes. I don't think that game is gonna work because he's like assembling a creative team of like Jordan Peele and like these movie makers, and I'm like,
I know about the Alpha.
Kojima, you don't need these guys. Most of Kojima's characters are acted hammy and cringe. Yes, but so what? Back in the day, he had voice actors. Like David Hayter is a legitimate, like he's a good actor, but he's also like a screenwriter. So whenever he was given a script, he would be able to like, okay, I know how to fix this interaction, just tweak it a little bit. And now all of his characters are just super wooden.
Thank you.
And it's just like you have actors that do not know how to act in mocap. And the mocap artists you have, they're talented, but they're not carrying the nuance of the performance into the models. I think video game acting, strangely, is a lot more like theater acting than it is movie acting, because you kind of need to go big. Because the performance is so stilted, and there's so much detail that's always just missing, that you kind of need to... you need to go much bigger with the performance so that the emotion registers. I wonder if there is an issue with Kojima being surrounded by people who cannot give him hard pushback. I think that's definitely one of the issues.
Now it is time to head back into the wasteland. We're talking about the TGA award-winning Fallout series based on Bethesda's legendary RPG franchise. Season 1 earned universal praise for its tone, storytelling, and original
Great game, but the story was not it. Yeah, I can see that. Because like I had one of the best gaming experiences I've had all year in Death Stranding 2. It was when I finally landed in Australia. What I did was I loaded up a truck with a bunch of supplies, and then I just drove, and I was just gonna do a round trip of Australia. And the car ran out of battery, like somewhere around that fort, or those sort of barracks. And then I just walked my ass around, and whenever I encountered enemies, I would try to steal their vehicle to try to continue the loop. And that was like an incredible part of the game. And then I came back, and all the characters started talking again.
Hi,
and it's like, oh,
great to see you all.
Kojima,
Welcome
no.
to Cologne and Gamescom. Jonah, you know, we've got 5,000 Fallout fans here in the hall tonight, millions more watching online, and we can't wait to hear about the new season.
To be honest, I enjoyed the Fallout show, but I resent that it's basically cemented Bethesda's tone for the series. That's my stance too. I think that
for us, the journey on this show.
I don't like the continuity that it establishes of like Shady Sands was nuked, and now they're going to New Vegas, and it's like don't mess with any of the established lore. Just do your own thing. Like, why are you retconning? Oh, so now it's the companies that like America lost the nukes because the companies like wanted to rebuild civilization. For some reason, it's just like,
well, let's talk
don't establish anything like essential to the lore. Leave the canon alone. Just do your own little fun adventure. I enjoyed that. But yeah, I also agree that I don't like that Bethesda's tone of Fallout is the new kind of Fallout, because I don't think it's creatively interesting.
In the wasteland to go deal with their shit. And along the way, we're really excited to take them all to some of our favorite locations from the game.
Oh my God, yeah, it's such a classic game, and we're very excited to see what you have in store for us.
Have you read the Chris Avalon article about the show? I remember him posting about it on Twitter, but I haven't read that article.
Fallout 1, best adaptation, you were up against yourself in Arcane.
And look, like there were choices in there that I kind of liked. I kind of enjoyed
you know, how do you think
Walton Goggins as the ghoul, and then it's like, oh, he's the actor who was the Fallout boy. It's like,
question is, what is
okay,
she do
like,
when she finds her dad?
Why isn't he blonde, first of all? Like, you would think that they built the character based on... But it's like, that's kind of interesting. It's an interesting character.
Justice, I think, a central question of the season.
I liked her. She has gigantic, beautiful eyes. And I liked Kyle MacLachlan. He's just a wonderful, charismatic actor. He's like Cary Elwes. He's always good.
I like it. Aaron, let's talk a bit about Maximus. He went through quite an evolution last season. Now that Lucian
we talk Bethesda a lot on stream, no faith, that's
Tell us
true.
About Maximus. How does he get deeper into the Brotherhood of Steel?
Ella Purnell is great, loved her in Arcane as Jinx. Oh, that's right, she's Jinx.
Yeah, when we first met Maximus, all he wanted was to be a knight.
And now, in very Fallout fashion, it's a little bit of a careful what you wish for.
His hair probably decolored with age.
Here he is
No,
now,
he had dark hair in the flashbacks.
Trying to make the world a better place.
The eye lady is cute indeed.
Extremely, or I guess deeply flawed.
She looks like a
society.
cartoon sparrow.
All right, well, we cannot wait to see what you guys have in store for season 2.
Boy
Let's
in the
talk a bit
fridge for
about
200 years.
Ghoul. Can we expect more sort of Cooper Howard flashbacks as well in season 2?
Yes, absolutely. Cooper Howard and the Ghoul, played by the amazing Walton Goggins, definitely
Walton
coming
Goggins
back.
too
We have
good
so
to
much
show
more
up to
do.
Gamescom. Get the hell out of here. Don't be
we ended
inviting
the
me to
last
your shitty
season
show.
with Cooper Howard dealing with, I think, a very common marriage problem. What do you do when you find out your spouse is planning nuclear war? And so he's going to figure that out. And as he does, he's going to uncover a greater conspiracy with huge implications for the wasteland.
All right, well, we'll look forward to seeing how that unravels. Now, season 1, of course, was known for amazing original characters that you guys built
Also,
in the
another
Fallout world. We thought
change
that was so cool.
that
But now
I
that
feel
you're
like the show sort of
diving a little more directly
cemented. I think this is a much more
Vegas, I
subtle
think the fans
change.
here wanna know, are we gonna see any more
But I think it
direct
has
ties
dire
to the
consequences
video
for
game
like
and
the
characters,
sort of
locations in the season?
cohesiveness of the aesthetic,
super
because it
proud of
has
the original
Fallout
story
did
that
have that
Steve
sort of
and Graham were telling.
civic era.
There was
You know,
one character in particular
you have to be like go under your
Vegas
desk and hide from the nuke,
that I was
kids.
really excited at
But
the possibility of
if
seeing
you
a
look
little
at
bit
like
more from
the show specifically,
writers
you
were
look
not
at like the
gonna describe this
culture.
stuff. Maybe we should
It was really anti-communist, like the people in the background of the world.
Okay.
But they were like
All right.
weirdly
Well, it
a lot
sounds like
more
then,
sort of modern
might
progressive.
Get to hear a little bit more
Whereas you
Steel
would think
season
like
2? Is that possible?
the Fallout aesthetic
I don't
is
know,
like
Jeff,
that's
I
like
heard
the
you like
Truman
world
presidency.
premieres.
We
Like you
those,
wouldn't
right, guys?
like,
Right, Gamescom?
and then they just like it's kind of like they took contemporary culture,
Gamescom, here's
shifted
the
that
world
back
premiere
80 years,
of our
did the
teaser
apocalypse,
trailer
and
for
then
season
zoomed
2 of
forwards.
Fallout, streaming this December on Fallout Prime Video all over the world.
Amazing. All right, let's check it out. Thanks so much, guys.
Does that
Here we
make
go.
sense?
I'm looking for someone.
Millennial writing. In a
Common
nutshell.
story around here. Someone you care about or someone you hate?
Oh, what a great question. What say you, Miss McClane?
Also, didn't they add that mechanic where the ghouls need to eat like some necro juice in order to stay sane?
Why would my dad go to Las Vegas?
You want to know why the world ended? It started here with one man.
Mr. House.
It's all over, but the cry.
Cooper Howard, star of the silver screen.
And no,
Like yourself, I am the very best at what I do.
but
Yeah, there's a common problem of contemporary writers inserting contemporary ethos into anachronistic settings. It's an immersion issue. Yeah. Like another issue, I first noticed this with The Last of Us 2. And like a lot of people have talked about, you know, Bigot Sandwich as like a crazy line. But you think about it, like the apocalypse in The Last of Us happened in 2013. 20 years of the apocalypse went on. And then another like 10 years happened between the games or whatever. So you're like 30 years removed in the apocalypse from 2013. And it's like the culture that the culture of the human settlements, they don't seem to have at all been informed by like the reality they live in. And like, you know, stylistically, you know, it's a choice. It's not it's you don't have to like follow it super close. Like it doesn't have to be informed by the setting a lot. But the making of video for The Last of Us is called Grounded. And they talked so much about like how to design a city in the post-apocalypse and how like nature would retake it, and they're trying to reason their way into the setting, but then they just don't want to do that when it comes to any of the human interactions.
I defer to you about what to do in this situation.
Is there everyone agreed to just be as gay and cringe as they were before the song beats?
How about that? That looks incredible. Deathclaw, of course, and our first look at the new season.
Caesar's
and
Legion.
Robert House's Jonathan Tees, played by Justin Theroux. It is an amazing Gamescom exclusive, and we've got another one for you. The first drop of the all-new Season 2 posters. We cannot wait to see what Lucy, Maximus, and the Ghoul have in store for us when Fallout Season 2
It's kind of funny
begins
that they're
December
now
17th.
milking
New episodes
Obsidian's
premiere
goodwill
weekly
in order to propel the show. Like, what do they do next? What happens when you run out of these games to milk, gang? Like, pretty soon you're gonna have to invent your own story, right?
Great Circle was acclaimed for its incredible gameplay and story. And next month, the adventure continues with The Order of Giants, a story expansion with new puzzles and foes. Here is your first look at the gameplay and a special announcement.
I still want to test this one out. People were telling me that it's like a pretty interesting immersive sim, where it has some of those sensibilities.
What do you know about the legend of the Nameless Crusader?
Fierce warrior. Fought in the siege of Antioch, 1097 AD. Very tall, like a giant.
Pope Paul IV had an item of this crusader in his possession, his helmet.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I see the helmet, I'll leave it exactly as I found it. Sound good?
Hire the new Obsidian and be surprised when Fallout New Orleans is just as badly written as Fallout 4. I defer everybody to the, I think it was the last stream Loki we did when we talked about Bethesda. I had like we had a whole back and forth on it. I defer everyone to that.
I can't believe you dare to investigate this.
Impressive.
Pillars 2 is so good.
For a snake.
I still haven't played Pillars of Eternity 2.
It says Semper Vivus. Always living. Not dead. He's not in a tomb.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. One hour still, there's hope for Bloodborne. Guys, Bloodborne is happening. If you don't have faith, then I can't help you. God created Gamescom to test the faithful. Indiana Jones in the Rome Bowl. Rome chats, are we winning? It's the cube. Ow. Ooh. 2 streams ago, damn. My sense of time is all
Indiana
manner
Jones
messed
and the
up.
Order of Giants is coming on September 4th. And as we just announced, it will also be released on Nintendo Switch 2 in 2026. Yeah, you can clap, of course. Now, let's step into the world of Deadpool. First announced at Summer Game Fest, here is the latest trailer for Deadpool VR, which reveals more
Hey,
of the villains and
I'm not interested in this, so let us talk Bethesda. So the issue I think is the Bethesda has is, number one, when you make billions of dollars, you sort of become insulated from actual critical evaluations, because the choices that make you love it when nobody knows who you are not necessarily the choices that make you popular when everybody knows who you are. And so Bethesda, they used to make games, and if this game bombs, that's like a big problem for the studio. Now they could bomb like 10 times in a row, and they have enough resources that it doesn't matter. And one other issue is that Todd Howard, he's a good game director. People don't want to acknowledge this because he's made games that aren't great. He is a good game director. If you can't see that, then you're just not living in reality. The guy, objectively speaking, is a good game director. But being a good game director and being capable of managing a team of 400 people are not the same skill. And as the games have gotten more logistically complicated, more sort of ground zeroes thinking has to be done. So like Fallout 4 can't just be built on the skeleton of Fallout 3. No, it has to, like, we have to rethink everything. And the issue is that this takes longer and longer with each console season. So it's like, it took, 2 years to make, or like 4 years maybe, or 2 years? How long did it take to make Fallout 3? Versus now they spend like 7 years making one game. And none of the sort of best practices for each game gets to be implemented in the next game they make because it's so radically different. So rather than we do a Fallout game every 2 or 3 years and incrementally we tune ourselves around the best practices and we manage to make the best game we can, instead of that happening, they're like constantly trying to rethink it over and over and over again, and they never get to just hone in on a formula that works and build on top of it. Another issue is that so something like or the remedy I proposed when I was talking to Loki about this is that they need to hire a modding team, like the Skyblivion team. Just hire a team of like 20 modders and give them carte blanche. Just build us a skeleton of a game, and then we're just gonna turn that 20-person team into a creative force. And every year they need to churn out a project. Like it could be isometric. Like we're gonna have them make us 2 isometric games, and then they're gonna do like a DLC for like Fallout 5. They'll do a DLC for that, and they'll have 2 isometric Fallouts in their background, and then they'll be the new Fallout team. And we're just gonna build up this team of these 20 guys who know how to work together, and then we'll give them the animators and the modelers to sort of flesh out their vision. But they kind of like need to create a new team within Bethesda to be the new sort of team, because it can't always just be Todd Howard.
One of the most fun action games of the generation. Well, next year they are set to do it again.
There was some tank
John
game.
Carpenter's
I wasn't paying attention.
Toxic Commando. This FPS action game combines classic 80s action horror with over-the-top humor.
Oblivion was 2008 and Fallout 3 was 2000. No, Oblivion was 2006 and Fallout 3 was 2008. Yeah. From a naive perspective, why does it take 400 team members to make a video game? Okay, so a lot of assets need to be created, and the more moving parts you have, the more you need to play test everything, and you need to like clean up the scripts and such. Players, they start caring about stuff like whether or not the grass follicles move when you interact with them. The more audio you have, you like the different ways the audio interacts. For example, you have like background audio, and then you have like a character talking, and you have it like it has to be on separate channels, and you have to have like different code that prioritizes different audio channels based on like, do we want to prioritize the story, so like what the NPC is talking about, or maybe the gameplay, so like whether or not an enemy is nearby, you want to focus in on that. It's like, and the more changes you make in development, the more expensive that gets. Also, just like I said, with more assets, with more visual fidelity, you need more modelers, need more animators. As games get bigger, you need more people to just keep a hold of that, and it expands logarithmically. So if you have a team of 10 people, they can make a decent game. Like a game, they could make like a PlayStation 2 game. But then for a PlayStation 3 game, you need like 30 people. For a PlayStation 4 game, you need 100 people. For a PlayStation 5 game, you need like 600 people. It's like each person you add to the team is not adding one person's worth of work, because they have to be organized with these, like by guys like Todd Howard, who he knows how to make games. He doesn't know how to organize 500 people. Very few people in the world do. And the guys that do, they make like $50 million working for gigantic firms every year. So we need 400 people. The long answer is because of like how difficult it is to make games and logistically complicated things can get. The short answer, another reason, is just because teams don't stay together. You know, there's a lot of turnover. If you have 30 people who've been working together for 10 years, making games together for 10 years, they can probably produce a game like 100 people's worth of games. Like they probably have the creative juices just because they're such a cohesive unit that they can do the work of 100 people. And because they're just so natively organized. And we don't. This industry is really bad with trying to preserve its people. And this is why, like, you have From Software or Nintendo. They're very much of their success just owes to the fact that they managed to keep the people they've had for a long time. A lot, like, Japanese business culture kind of like helps with that, but also just this guy knows what he's doing. Why would we get rid of him and hire like 2 guys for cheaper who don't know what they're doing, and we have to like train them up again? It's also why Double Fine is so good at just releasing games.
It's
you know,
very
you can
fun.
maybe you don't love the
the
output they've been
weeks.
putting
And
out.
trust me, it is
They
dangerously
consistently
addictive.
release
The
games.
screen, as you can see, never stops moving, so you're constantly on the move, fighting to stay alive.
How big was
All right.
CD
Now onto a
Projekt Red
studio
when
known for
Cyberpunk
its
was made?
unforgettable storytelling.
I don't know,
Back in
but one thing these
2019,
companies
the
also do is they'll have like a 100-person team make a game, and then in the final year or so of development, they'll hire like 300 more people, and they'll just like, now we just need to playtest everything, and we need to just churn through everything, and just like fix all the code and make all the extra assets that we need. And that creates a lot of burnout, and it's just like, it's not healthy for a project to be built like that.
End, but the start of a new path.
I once knew a spy.
And if you're doing that, what you would want is for like Activision to have their own 300-person just crunch team. And like they're called the crunch team, we wouldn't be crunching them. But the point is that we have, every year we have like a big game we're releasing, and these guys, they're always working on that. So like we have small teams of like 30 to 50 people just making games, and when it comes time to like put the AAA, quadruple A stamp of approval on them, these guys are just commissioned to that. So we have like 5 small teams, and then we have this gigantic team that just sort of fully realizes the game. And they always, like, it takes 5 years maybe to make a game, they always have a new game every year to finalize. Disco Elysium dialogue in Spy Game would be good actually, but it probably wouldn't be good here. This isn't the Disco Elysium team though, I believe they left. I think there was some private equity jerk-off who tried to, like, he was just gonna, I'm gonna fire the managers and I'm gonna use my business savvy to run it better. And it's like, no man, because these people hate you. Like, didn't you play Disco Elysium? What makes you think any of these people are interested in your opinions? Like, what is this?
Game you made, The Darkest Files.
Hi, thank you. In the
So yeah, I really wish we took better care of our teams.
To flee Germany, only to return after the war to fight them with the sharpest sword of democracy, the rule of law. It shows how quickly a constitutional state can become an unjust state and how this leads to darkness. But it also shows that we cannot simply stand by and watch. When this happens, we must
yawn, this is cringe.
Indeed. There are other examples.
But yeah,
like
the
your
Disco
game label here
Elysium
at Gamescom,
team, for
such
example,
as
I was kind of
Glass
bummed
House,
out. I didn't
a
play
Flat
Disco
20
Elysium.
selected from
It's
Italy,
on my
a
backlog.
story-rich CRPG
But
set in a lockdown apartment block at
I
the
didn't
dawn of
follow
World
up on that.
War.
I hope that those
And
guys got back
compensation not
together and got
guaranteed
like a
by Team
good
Project
deal
Lunch
with
from Singapore, a document checker thriller
I don't
about
know,
a
like
post-colonial country from the perspective
Devolver
of a
Digital or
government
just
official
somebody who was able to
worker.
keep that team
So,
together
Jörg,
to
can you tell
produce
us
something
why
they
these
wanted to
games
make.
are so important and so impactful?
Well, games are more than entertainment. Like any great art form, they reflect our concerns, our fears, our hopes, and what preoccupies us. Democracy is under attack right now. Minority rights are being violated, and the world is becoming increasingly interconnected. So games are a powerful medium for
I don't think
addressing
this
these
guy's
issues,
announcing
and they
Bloodborne,
have the potential
Bloodborne
to
2,
inspire
gang.
change. I am glad that not only are many people in the global games industry engaging in projects like this,
yeah.
but also more and more
There's always
institutions like
one
the
guy
European Commission
who has to
or
like
the United Nations.
bring shit like this to these showcases, where it's like environmentalism or whatever. And look, you can have your politics, that's great. These sorts of pandering interludes in our game showcases are not cool.
We have much more Gamescom ONL to come next. It's a very special performance of the music of Clair Obscure Expedition 33 plus
I hurt my head, gang!
Requiem.
So I cut my hand the other day, and my wound keeps not being able to close properly because I didn't have it sewn together. And I keep banging my hand into things and opening up the wood again. I'm a minority and this guy sucks. Is this I kind of zoned out from. Is this Astral Chain? No. Neverness to Everness.
You're just a part of my life, and you're just a part of my life.
Every game is either Genshin or Call of Duty clone. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this gacha or was the previous game gacha? I think you guys were talking about the previous game. Again, I kind of zoned out for that one. Previous was yeah, and I was talking about the Chinese games industry earlier. I think it's kind of, I think it is really sad that China did not have this era of a games industry where creatives were really just capable of making something that they really cared about. You know, their games industry was really born in mobile ad spam and gacha.
That brought us together.
Shisha, such a pathetic place.
Who is this guy? What does he want?
Your ignorance is despicable. A power
They all are gacha now. Duskborn, but anime.
Whatever's lurking, it's behind this gate.
Behind the gate, gang.
The ground is shaking.
I did grow up on Gunbound. Put some respect on Korean devs. Koreans aren't Chinese, and I think they would be really angry if you if they were here.
How long have they been trapped here?
Hey, while we watch this, remember everyone, you can wishlist my game. You don't have to do anything. It's just one button click.
For the final reckoning.
It's time for the final reckoning game. There was no opportunity to take part in the experimental period. Yeah, and I think it's kind of sad. But at the same time, I suppose on the bright side, the developers there, they don't have what's the term? Tunnel vision? Like they aren't inundated with like ideas of best practices, so probably they could experiment in different ways. But like I think that the era for that is either like in the indie space where people don't have a lot of financial risks, and they can do like smaller experimentations, or it would have been 15-25 years ago. I think a lot of Chinese indies are visual novel. Delta Force.
You just got a fresh look at Delta Force, which launches today on PS5 and Xbox. And the best part, it is free to play. Now it is time for something really special and one of the most requested moments from our community this year. Earlier in 2025, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the debut title from French indie studio
I do speak Chinese, and I have asked this question for a while. I'm sure that there's a barrier to industrial best practices being as widespread in design documents.
This is a very special game, and tonight we wanted to bring that world to life right here on stage at ONL with a special acoustic performance from the game's soundtrack. Please join me in welcoming, for their first big live performance ever, the composer of the game, Lauriane Testar, and vocalist Alice Dupont-Pissier, performing Alicia from Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
My friend Shayna was just talking to me about Clair Obscur 33. Apparently, really good. And she was actually talking to me about the music. But I think there is a big issue of investors having a sort of myopic view of the international market. Oh. Hold on, I gotta Google something. Myopic definition. I've heard this word a million times. I've never thought to know what it means. Nearsighted, short-sighted. Oh, oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Now I know what I mean. Now I know what you mean. Yeah, that's kind of weird because the last. It's turning around now, but like for the last 15 or so years, there's been sort of a race to crack open the Chinese market for a lot of Western software developers. Like here you have 1.5 billion people, an emergent middle class, and we can start selling our products there too. It's kind of weird to hear that from their perspective, foreign markets are not as enticing. Chinese games like Black Myth Wukong and Sword of Legend look interesting. They're not gacha. Oh no, definitely not. You know, I thought Black Myth Wukong was pretty interesting. But like even in Black Myth Wukong, you can kind of see what I'm talking about, where there will just be an invisible wall, and there is no justification other than like you can't go there just yet. And it's like you guys haven't learned that you don't do this. We don't do this here. We learned not to do this shit back on the PlayStation 2. Hey, she's singing, so I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
It was absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, and we have so much more.
You know, I really need to get in contact with some Chinese developers and just start asking them questions, because the Chinese gaming history is like a black box. I have no knowledge of it other than just kind of what I've wiped out. I'd be really interested to have a conversation with somebody there. It might have to go through an intermediary. My understanding is that the Chinese aren't great at English, but and even worse at Icelandic, if you can believe it. But it would be interesting to see sort of like, hey, what the hell has gaming, like what is this in China?
We're all counting on you, Yakumo.
Do it in Unreal 5. It has to look good rather than make it extremely responsive.
Stop this madness.
Yeah, it's a lot of like... I talked about this in the last Guardian video where it's like invisible design. Like how Trico's crotch is shaved so that you don't dangle around there. There's a pillar in Shadow of the Colossus dangling over Mono so that you just intuitively don't even try to ruin the sequence by jumping on top of her. There's just like these things that... There are design choices made specifically to counter behavior from the player that you don't want. So like, instead of an invisible wall, why don't you just put up a real wall? Instead of having an unbreakable door, why don't you just have like a cement wall or something, you know? That actually might be an interesting video topic, because I've never heard anybody else really talk a lot about this invisible design like that.
Well, we've
The best thing about AI tooling is that it'll allow for fewer devs to make more sophisticated games, ideally removing financial influence on the game ideas. I personally have been able to dev like 10 times faster than before AI tools. AI is really good for, it's good for all manners of mathematics, and it's really good for, it doesn't write good code, I've tested that, but if you are looking for like a specific function, then AI is actually pretty good to help you there. And if you need to like that code, AI can do that really well. And if you need to just have somebody, you know, the cool thing about AI is that like, it's like a Google search that has like a back and forth. And it's a much better way of getting a hold over like functions and such in your code than you would having to just read the manual. So I definitely agree there. I think that on the developer end, AI has a lot to offer. On the visuals, I really, really hate AI because it always just, it looks cheap. And whenever AI changes the AI aesthetic, that new aesthetic becomes the aesthetic that looks cheap. It's kind of like NFTs, you know, like non-fungible tokens. Incredibly interesting technology. Unfortunately, this is just the stock and trade of scam artists now, so I'm going to assume that anybody who associates with the tech is just low-quality scammer. And generative AI, likewise, incredibly interesting technology. However, because it's also such a low-effort way of producing something, it just becomes like the face of low effort. But if you're using it on the back end, in like programming, it actually is quite useful. It can write decent code if you use it like a junior dev, going back and forth with it and knowing what to prompt. It can. It can. I haven't... You know, it might be because I haven't actually started a project with it like that. And for me, if I wanted to like use AI to write my code, I would need to tell it like, it has to refer to this object and give it the object name, and it has to refer to this object and give it that object name, and like the room speed is 60 frames per second. It's like, maybe I just have too much information to inject into that. It's like, it's faster for me to just write the code, send the code over to AI and be like, hey, so here's this function I'm using, where I'm scanning my vicinity for enemies behind these instances in order to gauge elevation. Would it be possible to use to sequence out the elevation with like a tile layer set? This is what I did, and then it was like, yes, you can use the get tile get layer tile set index, I think is the function I was using, and it saved me like probably a month of having to just reroute all of the levels and collisions in my game to account for elevation once I decided the grapple hook should be able to grab a hold of anything. So there's a lot of stuff like that, but I think anybody who wants to use AI to not have to learn programming is in for a rude awakening, because like, I think people will always be able to tell, like, oh, this was programmed by a computer. I can tell because it has nothing interesting in it. But as a like junior AI dev, as like a sidekick, it's really good. Gonna get my coffee.
For decades, Silent Hill has defined psychological horror in games. And tonight, the fog rolls in once again. Here's a brand new look at Silent Hill F from Konami, including the reveal of the American voiceover actress Susie Young as Hinako.
Target 1 to HQ. We haven't found a suspect at the scene. Chances are good, but it's still in the water. You better consider the hunt. Over. Last seen fleeing Tsuneyoshi Shrine. Exercise extreme caution.
You saved my life and laid claim to my soul. In turn,
you know, I've been thinking a lot about Silent Hill 2 Remake. I think that game actually really hurt the future potential of the Silent Hill franchise. When you think about Silent Hill, Resident Evil 7, that's the Resident Evil that like, okay, Resident Evil is back. And then they started doing the remakes. But first, they did a sequel. And it's like, we have to show people that we still mean business. We can still make good games in this franchise. But Silent Hill did like, no, first we're going to do a remake of the second game. The one that everybody already liked. And then they did like the short message first, which wasn't particularly well received. And now they're doing this, and it's like, you're not signaling a lot of confidence. And so far, there's been a lot of different kinds of takes on what Silent Hill can be from all these dispersed projects. And, you know, that's fine. Just appreciate them on their own terms. But that kind of gets in the way of Silent Hill as, like, a power brand really emerging.
So this is
you know what I mean? Because there's
where
no,
you
like,
go.
there's no...
You need to
I don't want to say
stop
there's no
getting
quality control, but there's no, like... Like,
time to say
in Resident
goodbyes.
Evil, you don't skip any one
You're
of them.
going
It's
to
like,
kill
oh, a new Resident Evil. It's a
with your
remake.
own
I'll play it. Or it's a new one. I'll still play it. With Silent Hill, it's like, oh, this is the Annapurna one. Maybe I'll skip it. I didn't really love Observer, so like, you know what I mean?
Everything's changed.
I feel like they should have done Silent Hill 5. They should have reassembled Team Silent and done Silent Hill 5, and then gotten into like prequels, remakes, and spin-offs and such.
Tell me, who are you?
I didn't love Resident Evil 7.
Please. Just
Didn't love
die.
it, okay, but like you can still appreciate what it did for the franchise, though, right? Like it sort of refocused the franchise and sort of critically got people back on board with it in a major way.
It must be hard for you to bid farewell to childhood friends.
Yes.
They've already pressed F in the title. Are we supposed to do that, chat?
No.
Like, this guy has magical fox eyes. What is this? This has never looked a bit like Silent Hill, and that's why I'm a bit excited. They're not even trying to. Yeah. But, like, that's kind of a really bad thing to say about their attempts at trying to reignite the Silent Hill license. That, like, oh, the only one that doesn't look anything like Silent Hill is the one that looks interesting. Is this still Silent Hill F? Loki, it's the new Night Lord. It's the new Nightfarer. Dante Souls-like. Ooh! Imagine if they did that. Do the Dante's Inferno, just remake that as a Souls-like. I'd be here for it. Jimma Games presents. Oh my god! Oh my god, chat! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, that actually looks so cool! La Divina Commedia. Chat, we stay winning. Oh my god, chat! Oh. Virgil would be like Io.
This
Ooh, Kronos.
is the Traveler, an agent of a shadowy faction known only as the Collective. And in Kronos the New Dawn, you'll step into their role. From Polish horror powerhouse Bloober Team, nominated last year at the Game
Christ
Awards
gang,
for
we
Silent
stay
Hill 2
winning.
remake,
We stay winning, gang.
comes a whole new vision of survival horror.
No, but that's really interesting because I remember they did that game. EA made the Dante's Inferno game, and it changed Dante from like a poet to like a crusader who came back, and like everything was gone to shit. They did a movie based on that game, which was pretty alright. It's like an hour or 70 minutes long. It's a pretty decent movie. Like the concept for the game, if you like have to work Dante's Inferno into like an action game, that was a really interesting way of doing it, but the game didn't, I don't think the game came together in like a great way. It wasn't like a disaster or anything, it just wasn't super interesting, but I think that that's the sort of project that deserves like, hey, remake this. Like, this could actually be something, you just need to take another crack at it. So seeing a new developer do it, and do it as a Souls-like, which makes sense for this, for like a journey down into hell, that makes sense. That's interesting. Also, I'm interested in this because it's Blooper Team and it's an original IP. But this is after they've taken their lessons from Silent Hill 2 and like the their ability to produce assets and such. Dead Space. I just don't care about anything that Blooper does. The monster design is so boring. I can see that. I like this costume. But it's, yeah, it's very sort of Western monster design. Dunmer Clippy, you remember the movie I was talking about? Thought I was the only one. Looks like every other single horror game? Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
All right, for our next trailer, let's turn it over to the head of sequels at Obsidian Entertainment.
Guten Tag, Gamescom. Look at this. Tens of thousands of Europeans packed into one building in the dead of summer with absolutely no air conditioning. This is the type of dystopia we here at Obsidian Entertainment absolutely respect. What is this? Am I experiencing Schadenfreude right now? I may have messed up the pronunciation, but you knew the idea. How are you? My name is Mark. I am the head of sequels.
Oh, this is actually a guy who works for Obsidian. I thought this was that guy who voiced Sonic in the movie. Ben Schwartz, I think his name is.
For the Outer Worlds 2, what are you going to get? More planets, more chaos.
Is this not him? I'm confused. Chad, is this like a real guy?
Pushed to the spring. So, strap on in. Stock up on some gummy bears.
Is this a guy? This is probably him playing like, oh, I'm a developer. Hello.
Trailer.
This is okay. This is an actor.
It's gotta
Okay.
be Jeff that's rolling it, right?
And now, a trailer for the part of the game
He was in Parks and Rec.
remember more than the
He is AI. Isn't his name Ben Schwartz? What the guy who voiced Sonic the Hedgehog in the movie?
Let's skip the diplomacy.
Chemically enhancing your statistically unsafe lifestyle.
It is Ben Schwartz. I just googled it.
Son of a spread.
Everybody wishlist my game for getting Ben Schwartz's name right.
Be grateful you're not
Rick
on
and Morty,
fire.
the game too. Hey, I will not have people put dirt on Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is still good. The problem with Rick and Morty is that during the whole Szechuan sauce thing, you saw that just like the dumbest person in the world, like Rick and Morty was the favorite show of the dumbest people in the world, and it was like, oh, well, in that case, I don't want to be associated with this. But like, no, that's those people. They suck. Rick and Morty, like, it's still a good show. It's still like, it was never like the best show of all time or anything. It's like, it's a good time. Still like good episodes every now and then.
Lots more to come here at ONL.
Millennial
but
humor,
now
the game.
a first look
It
at
does kind of have that
Inzo's
vibe, doesn't
Island
it?
Getaway with Inzo's first and free DLC.
The show is clever. The more it focuses on family dynamics, the better it gets. Yeah, I think so too. I think that every now and then they do like zany sci-fi antics that are also really interesting. But definitely the inter-family dynamic is, I think, the best. The fandom always reveals a new angles of the source material, like Dark Souls PvP Bros. Yeah, screw those guys. You summoned. You didn't really beat the game. Like, dude, you came to me. I didn't come to you for validation. You came to me. I don't care about your opinion. You can summon if you want. It doesn't matter. Is this Grand Theft Auto 6? What are we doing here? In Zoe, Island Getaway. This has like massive AI art vibes. Right?
Where calamity began, this trial shall end.
You summoned on AI slot game.
Prepare for the final confrontation.
Camera angles, camera angles, camera angles. Camera angles. This looks like another one of these Chinese gacha games. I showed my girl a clip I saw on Twitter. Somebody was like, "Oh, the crazy editing or cinematography on High School of the Dead, the show with like the girls with the giant boobs." I showed her like the clip I saw on Twitter of like there's a gunshot and it like moved. Her breasts were like bouncing and it like moved through the breast and such. She was watching it, and I could just sort of sense just like a disgust well inside of her. This also has massive like gacha vibes. But it's Japanese. Japanese gacha? Can this be? The famous you know what clip I'm talking about. I hope Turleon in Midnight has enormous anime boobs. I'm sorry, anime booba. Well, those games look the same. It's to warn us. It's so that we know not to get tricked. SDS's popularity has always surprised me. What's SDS? Stardust Super. Looks cookie cutter. You know what? I don't care about looting in video games. It's an you know what it is? Looting is never like it's a fun activity in a game like Borderlands, or like if you're playing like a game like a dungeon crawler or something. Ooh, Moonlighter.
Don't you hear my fire?
But it's not often incorporated into like atmosphere and such.
Your reputation is legend.
Oh my, I think I know what you are.
Vampire the Masquerade 2. Is this game still happening? I thought this game already happened. Did this game not already release and flop? I'm confused.
So weary is the wanderer, that treads on the fertile soil.
That's coming soon.
There are some big news. We finally have a firm release date for Vampire Bloodlines 2.
What came out was a text
October 21st
adventure.
Of this
What?
year. And next, since we're here in Germany, it is only fitting to spotlight a homegrown success story.
This game's
The deep
dev
survival
cycle will
crafting
go
of
down in dev
Enshrouded
hell.
from Keen Games in Frankfurt. Still in early access, Enshrouded has already let friends adventure, fight, and build together in endless ways. But tonight, the world is about to change forever. A new force is coming, one that will redefine how you explore, how you build, and how you survive. It's a monumental
I'm really
edition. You're
saddened
hearing
that
about
they
it first,
apparently they removed
right
all of Chris's
here at Opening
Avalon's
Night Live.
contributions to the game. He seemed really bummed about it. I think he really enjoyed
I
working on it.
dreamt of a time before the corruption. and the fight for survival. I dreamt of a shimmering home and of exile. To find peace, we must brave the deep.
Wake of the water.
Hear the old gods whisper, and an ancient fury awakens. We shall purge the
I fell asleep to a nap and just woke up. Are we still not revealing anything important? Brother, they're just about to release the Bloodborne 2 and Bloodborne 3 trailer. And you're napping? You napping, bro?
Awesome. And tonight at ONL, we have news of the latest Xbox franchise that is coming to PlayStation for the first time, and the reveal of brand new expansion as well.
I don't think this is Bloodborne though. I think this is like Age of Empires. PlayStation. Bloodborne 3. I already played 2 with it. No, they're releasing Bloodborne 2 and Bloodborne 3 at the same time. What is this? Huns? Huns in my medieval warfare? That can't be good. I love playing as the Bulgarians. Nobody's allowed to play as the Huns. Though I actually think, wasn't it the Bulgarians who were the first one to like finally just crack the Huns? I think they developed like some sort of siege warfare that was able to break down the Hun way of war. Actually, what was his name? Antonius Vero, or whatever his name was, like Flavian Antonian or something. Like the last great general of Italian Rome. He held Attila the Hun like in a grip in Rome, and he was just doing the Flavian strategy against Attila, and he was just grinding him down in wars of attrition. And he like this guy, he could have done it. He could have become the emperor, but he was assassinated by the kid emperor because he was afraid that the other guy would have been too popular. And it's like, you jerk off, you had like the guy. He's like an unsung hero of Rome. Cult of the Lamb. I remember being interested in the original. You're getting an expansion or a sequel? Expansion. I appreciate the random order they do this in. Can never guess what comes next. You know what I would appreciate? If they did like... If after the first game there had been like a text here on screen that said the name of that game, and after the second game the text appears again, but then you get the new game. And it's like, it's just filling in the screen, and it's just like showing you all the games. Obviously not, the text wouldn't appear while the cutscenes are going, but it's like in between. Pretty cool. Cult of the Lamb is so cute, but I will never play it. It looks like kind of a mixture of Binding of Isaac and like Battle Block Theater or something? I don't know.
Now, last year, World of Warcraft celebrated its 20th anniversary and kicked off its 3 expansion story arc, the World Souls Saga. Here to tell us more about what's to come is executive producer Holly Longdale.
Holly Longdale. Oh my god, it's World of Warcraft. That's a crazy outfit. That's so cool. You can't build anticipation if the title is spoiled. Oh, no. I don't mean that. I mean, like, only after the trailer has been shown does the name appear.
I'm so excited to be here to reveal our next adventure, World of Warcraft Midnight. I'm equally excited to welcome you all home.
World of Warcraft is
with our
utterly
new
cooked in so
housing
many ways.
feature. And if you're here at Gamescom,
This is probably the
please
last
come
game. No,
by and check it out
I
on
would
the show
imagine
floor.
Resident Evil Requiem is going to be the
We
last
have a
one.
lot coming
Because
in this
Jeff has been
next
gassing that game up on
expansion,
social media
our
the most.
11th expansion.
And besides,
To
we
start
haven't
with,
had
on the
Bloodborne.
horizon,
Hello.
there's a looming darkness, and it's threatening the ancestral home of our blood elves.
Oh no.
But Midnight is also about light, and about hope, and about heroes who rise when the world needs them most. And it's about the bonds that tie us together.
Rise and grind, gang.
And it all starts at
Are they
the
added
Sunwell.
the
And if any
breast
of you have
milk
ever
thief
played
class?
WoW,
Chat, did you go
do you
insane?
remember the
I looked
Sunwell?
away from screen for 1 second. Did you just go insane for a moment?
with that in mind, please enjoy the premiere of our cinematic introduction to Midnight.
Slow talker, but cool. Why does he sound like he's embarrassed about World of Warcraft? Wouldn't you be?
My steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light
Liadrin, it is
Acer doesn't know the Blizzard lore. I know
you
the
with
Blizzard
me on the
lore.
wall.
In the Blizzard lore,
The void will envelop us soon.
there was a void
Only the
once,
light can save us now.
but the people believed that the light could save them.
Time for prayer has passed.
Some people believed that, but some believed the time of prayers was over, and they thought that fighting was necessary.
Not fall.
People were some worried about like a sun falling at one time, but they weren't going to let that happen. And then there was like a big battle that happened. It was like a shadow guy, and the blood elves. They were like fighting, and they were doing like samurai kind of sword swinging cool things. But they were the little elves, and there were the other elves.
How much longer can you hold out
And yeah, they weren't holding out too good.
and save yourselves?
Liadrin, don't.
Light be with you.
You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all.
One thing I will say about World of Warcraft is that it does have like its own
The light
aesthetic,
flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred.
which
The
is
light
like
guides my steps and
not
illuminates my path. The
every
light
fantasy
flows
game that
through
comes out does that. A lot of them look very interchangeable. Maybe it's just because this franchise has been going for so long that you just associate certain design flares with them, even though it's like maybe not as expressive as I think of it. But like I saw that purple elf lady, and it's just immediately to me strikes me as like, oh, that looks like a World of Warcraft character.
If I deserve
You know?
your help, but I know.
Flowing
my
line style and
people
bladed edges.
do.
Yeah.
Please give them strength.
It's because people copied them to death.
I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will break your world.
You can't even break one elf.
This darkness comes to devour every.
These CGI trailers look so much better on ESO designs.
There will be no more light.
Is this making anyone want to play World of Warcraft? I feel like this is an advertisement for people who already play World of Warcraft. Do people generally jump in when the expansions come out?
Help us.
He's coming. Astarion, the Light Lord of Warcraft World. He here. there's probably World of Warcraft fans watching this trailer who are like, I know who that guy is. It's like so hype, such aura, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
The Sunwell will not fall.
Oh, I did like a smirk. It's like, haha. Super hopeful. Hope champs. Hopeless. World of Warcraft fans gave up on the lore and story tour 3 or 4 expansions ago. What, do you want gameplay in a game trailer? Oh, you really did? That's why you start role-playing.
What a great cinematic. Nobody does those better than Blizzard, and hope you guys enjoyed that. All right, next is the global announcement of a new project from Team J, the dev team behind Delta Force. Project Spectrum is a tactical shooter for the fearless. It is a physiological horror PvEVP
I couldn't host this show because I couldn't like force the look at what forcing the enthusiasm has done to his eyes. Look how tired he is.
Face the horror.
This is a guy who's had to like pretend to be interested in tactical shooters for too long. I couldn't do it.
Can you describe the sound in the recording?
Sorry.
God, my eyes. Jesus.
Let's go back to the start.
I remember the wind, strong wind. What the hell happened here?
We got company!
I hate where the gaming industry is. It's getting better. I feel like since since COVID, things have been getting better year after year. There was a time when I didn't care about any announcement in any of these showcases. Now there's always at least something interesting. Like that. That looks pretty cool. Hunt Showdown? Don't think we are headed for a crash? I think like the predictions of a crash are I think it's kind of cope, because you realize that if it crashes, then we have to strip it back to the fundamentals and what works. And it's kind of like, I want it to crash for those reasons, but I think it can just go on being bad for as long as you want it to.
What do you think?
And I don't think it's gonna crash. Like, the video game industry is not gonna crash by itself. It's gonna be like if the banking system crashes. Like, then, yes, then all other industries will start to crash. That could precipitate the crash, but by itself, I don't think it would happen. Like, Nintendo is still profitable, and Sony is making a lot of money. And not just like, oh, it's shareholder value we created. It's like, no, actually just bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, actual, real money being created. So, I don't think a crash is happening by itself. I think a crash could be precipitated by like a larger shakeup in the economy. But in that case, like, we're not going to be talking about video games. We're talking about like cats and dogs on the street living together, old people and young people being friends, the uprooting of the social order. Large game industry is creatively bankrupt, but small game industry is great. Yeah, and the small game industry has much more momentum than the large game industry.
Let's go back to the start.
Okay, this looked better. He said Delta Force, so I was like, I don't want to hear that. That actually looked kind of okay.
This next world premiere feels familiar, yet it is something brand new from Wargaming. And
I wish Slitter had this budget.
But you haven't seen them do anything like this before, and it's coming to PC, consoles, and Steam Deck.
Didn't he show this tank game earlier? While I was yapping about something else? Maybe it was a different tank game. World of Tanks Fortnite. Finally. There was some interview I was watching with like some podcast with a guy who like was a tank guy, and he talked about the psychology of fighting in a tank, which is that you feel like you're invincible. You just roll into anything and destroy anything in your wake. But then, like, it's really weird because you go from being the untouchable, unstoppable Goliath on the battlefield to one malfunction and all of a sudden you're just a helpless little human being stuck in a gigantic iron tin can. It's like, I think that's interesting. I would like to see that sort of experience maybe adapted into something.
Driven by a single purpose,
something better than the Battlefield 1 campaign did. I didn't like the tank section there.
Tonight, we have a new look at the deadly, beautiful world of Ghost of Yote.
Ghost of Yote. People were excited for this one. Is this the Girls Panzer game? I think we should reevaluate that by asking Russian tank teams how they feel in the era of FPV drone warfare. Yeah, this was like this was before the Ukraine-Russian war, so prior to the proliferation of drone warfare, as we see it today. Also, it was some American guy talking about it, so he was probably talking about his experience in the Middle East somewhere.
Swordsmith's daughter. I watched that tree burn. How did you escape?
Same way. I survived every battle. The thought of killing you.
Another game in the Assassin's Creed but good genre. I have a Let's Play of Assassin's Creed 1 in my future. I've been told credibly by a pal of mine that if you actually give it, like, play it again, there is so much more to that game than you think. And that if you got into the series after the first game, then you're gonna approach the first game like you did subsequent games, and it's gonna hurt your enjoyment. Because apparently Assassin's Creed 1 has a lot more going for itself than you may think on first glance. Assassin's Creed is totally fine. I don't know why people hate it. I think people just hate annual releases as such. And there was a time when Assassin's Creed, like, I remember when they did the French Revolution one, like, they were just visibly releasing unfinished games, and they really burnt a lot of capital there. And that's also the time when gamers in general were noticing, like, hey, these games are super formulaic, these annual release games. It's like, yeah, man. How do you think they make them every year?
Now, a new chapter rises from the shadows. Back in June at Summer Game Fest, we gave you the first glimpse at Resident Evil Requiem, and tonight, we are diving deeper with a brand new look that explores the haunting backstory of the game's protagonist, Grace Ashcroft, and why she may be the key to surviving.
They are made to be mid. Well, see, I think that the thing about Assassin's Creed, it's kind of like the trap we were talking about with Bethesda earlier, where because 10 million people buy every game, you kind of... It takes a really, really, really powerful creative director to talk the producers into a corner and explain to them that I am going to make a great game. And to make a great game, I have to appeal to a certain niche or a certain concept, or I have to direct it in a way that is going to be off-putting to somebody. And when you have these franchises that are owned by corporations, there's there's very rarely a creative powerful enough in those institutions to put the producers on hold and to sort of overwrite them. And so you don't get like, you never get a 10 out of 10, but you can get like a 7.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me. Rude.
Oh.
What the?
They made Napoleon with a British accent.
Grace,
Didn't
we need
Ridley
to
Scott
go.
do that too?
Go where?
Everything for everyone,
What's
exactly.
going on?
Which is why I'm happy to
Hurry.
announce that Snails Have Skeletons will feature crafting systems.
Who's coming?
I'm just gonna add in a bunch of shitty mechanics to try to appeal to everybody.
This is ridiculous.
Come on.
Tell me what's going on.
Now is not the time.
Miss Ashcroft. I hope you all played the Resident Evil Revelation games? Question mark.
Mom, wait.
Where they introduced these characters.
Grace, keep moving.
The RE engine is so beautiful. The Reach for the Moon engine.
Oh, who's that? Oh, I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Don't worry. I should have it fixed soon. I just need to find my...
Leon? That's Leon Kennedy.
Come on in, Grace. Grace, look at me. Grab my hands. Okay, look at me. Look at me. In.
Where gameplay? I think walking down the stairs was gameplay.
Out. Oh, Grace. I promise you, I will explain this all to you one of these days. Grace. Please know that you are my hope. Never forget that.
What are you talking about?
Just... I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Mom, I'm scared.
No. We need to find a way out of here now.
But we don't have any of our stuff.
We can come back for it later, Grace.
Somebody died, gang. Another entry into Capcom's terrible trailer catalog.
I got to see that sequence
They
in
made
Osaka
two
about a
good
month ago.
trailers.
It's
They made a
so
trailer
much
for
fun to
Resident Evil
share, and
7,
there's
the
a
announcement
reason it's
trailer,
supposed
and the
to be
announcement
titled
trailer
coming out
for
Summer
Resident Evil
Game
2
Fest
Remake.
Now, for those of you here
Those
in
are the only
arena
good trailers
tonight
they
at
ever did.
Gamescom, there's some good news is you'll be over on the show floor, be the first players in the world to get hands-on with a playable demo of Resident Evil
Just give us a
Requiem
new
at the
RE
Capcom
set in a
booth
mansion in the
countdown
woods.
to launch this February.
Snails have
A huge
skeletons,
thank you
I'm
to
telling you.
Capcom and
Everybody
Takeuchi-san
wishlist.
for that special look. And with
I
that,
actually have the
Gamescom
Spencer
Opening
mention
Night Live
in
comes to
Snails
a
Have
close.
Skeletons.
The celebration of gaming doesn't stop here. We'll be back on
I don't have
Thursday, December
GML
11th
open
for the
right
Game
now, so I
Awards,
can't show it to
streaming
you.
live around the world
But
as we honor the best games
I
of
took
the year.
I took the
Give you a
layout
glimpse
of
what's coming
the
in
Spencer mention. I
2026
had to
and
cut a few
beyond,
rooms
with
because
tons of
the
brand new
space
game
was a bit too cramped.
You're leaving, but before we say goodnight, we do have one last surprise. A global announcement. From a
Bloodborne.
studio that walked away with multiple Game Awards wins for its last project. Please, take a look.
Bloodborne? Oh. Oh, okay. It could still be good.
Brother, help me. You ain't even trying. It's on me. Look at that belly of yours. Where's the mountain? Hey, you're falling fat, losing again.
Blah. This could be Blood. These are the Madara's twins. It's Bloodborne, gang.
No scolding, flogging, life spared. No risk going back. This ways, we've got food on our table and...
Yeah, this could be the Wukong developers. It has that sort of grainy look of it. Doesn't look like From Software at all. I was kind of hoping it would be something From Soft. I also thought it could be the Fuck the Oscars guy because there were two guys climbing. I'm like, no, they're doing that again. Ganishka from Berserk. Black Myth Shang-Kui. Is that, Chad, I'm gonna show my ignorance of Chinese history. Is that the Romance of the Three Kingdoms?
There's a special announcement. Game Science has announced and kicked off development of the second title in the Black Myth series, this time starring Zhong Kui, the ghost-catching god who wanders between hell and earth. This will once again be a single-player ARPG rooted in ancient Chinese myth and folklore. And don't worry, to those who love the Black Myth series, the westward journey won't end here either. It's been amazing opening night live tonight. Thank you so much to Shox for joining me.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Hey, this looks pretty cool though. You know, we're getting more Chinese cool games that are from China. Hopefully they learn some lessons.
2025. It's been so much fun.
Didn't he say they won Game of the... No, he said they won a lot of awards at the Game
Awards. It was such an amazing show. Great job to you. Thanks for coming back again, Shox.
Howdy, I've been watching on a school computer, but now I'm out. Xavier, before you leave, you're watching on a school computer, go to all the other school computers. Go on Steam, find any school computer where any student logged into Steam and wishlist my game. Taoist Demon Hunter looks cool. Yeah, that actually does look like a cool concept. He like travels from heaven and hell and such. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I think that the Divine Comedy game was the most interesting. La Commedia Divina or whatever it was called. It will look just like every other Chinese AAA we've seen before. I think it will, but I think it is better to have them than not have them, because you know these are not bad games, and as the Chinese gaming industry grows, hopefully they start to make games that appeal more directly to me. That's a problem with China generally. They don't think about me, chat. They don't think about me. Paradiso will be a DLC. Purgatorio will be waiting for the DLC. Nintendo will save us. Yeah, Divina Commedia. Neon Dystopia Lo-Fi. I don't need that. So, that's Gamescom, everyone. Next time we'll just stream the entirety of Geek Love. Until then, I encourage everyone, again, and I'm sorry for like blasting this as often as I do, but I'm really trying to play the algorithm here. If you haven't already, please scroll down and just wishlist Snails of Skeletons. Don't need to pay anything. It's just one button click right here, and it just helps me nuts that number a little bit closer to the 1,000. At which point the Steam algo starts giving it some attention, starts natively building traction for it. PlayStation 5, again, if it makes financial sense, I think the PlayStation Dev Kit is like $5,000. So if the game sells enough copies on Steam that I think I would at least make $5,000 on PS5, I'll buy a Dev Kit and I'll release it on PlayStation. Same with the Nintendo. No, actually, I think it's the Nintendo Dev Kit that costs like $5,000. But like same with Nintendo, same with PlayStation. I'm not gonna incur more costs to bring it to new platforms if I can get around it. But if it's like, you know, if it makes financial sense, if I'm like reasonably sure that I'm not gonna go dig myself a hole in order to finance it, then I'll do it. Whoa, this is a super old screenshot. That's crazy. like a different health system and everything. Look at the UI. This is the old UI. This is the later UI. Much better. If I buy you the dev kit, will you let me decide your videos for a year? No. Because you'll probably make me do a bunch of gacha games. But yeah, everybody, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll get back into the habit of streaming soon and begging people to wishlist my game even harder than I have been. Bye-bye.